Whoa, my God! Welcome back within the Ring of Fire live Jack, and we're here. Glad to welcome in all of you out there in YouTube land. Make sure you go pick up Within the Ring of Fire. First 5 books out. You can get them on Drive Through RPG, hardback or softback, as is your pleasure. Also go over to Cafe Press, get all your Within the Ring of Fire gear. I'm gonna go bust out my Within the Ring of Fire hat here in a moment. Got the Within the Ring of Fire shirt, you get Within the Ring of Fire coffee mugs, hats, dogs. It doesn't matter. Get your Within the Ring of Fire. Blah, blah, blah. Get it all, baby, if you will. You can also get a PDF package special bundle, only $75. Gets you every PDF ever released for Within the Ring of Fire. Again, the first 5 are out. You get those immediately, and you get your other stuff before it ever is released to the public, if you will. You also get some special bonuses along with that for your PDF pleasure. And come join us on Raw Immersive Games, our official Facebook forum. Very soon we're going to have an official website as well for Raw Immersive Games. So that's definitely something you'll want to stay tuned to join, if you will, even if you won't. So make sure you hit all those, join that stuff. That's the way people always ask, well, how can we get into games? Well, that's the way right there, because people all over the world are playing with it. The Ring of Fire, the Cult Smash, phenomenal salvation of RPG integrity. That's you, baby. You need to join the RPG revolution. Step up to the plate and burn your own mind and incinerate the sanity of your players at all times. Dark Fantasy RPG platforming in a way that you're gonna love, baby. So step past the flames of Morgul, embrace Kavega and we all thank you right now for joining us and watching Within the Ring of Fire live. I'm gonna turn it over to our Flame Tender Mia, and make sure you subscribe right here to her channel. You can also go subscribe to Lou's channel. Lou has, I think, the most live plays anywhere for Within the Ring of Fire. You can watch tons of stuff, completely finished from beginning to end sagas. Saw tons of characters, drama, action live. You're going to want to watch that too, baby. You can go check out Philippe Garzella, and if Onion Kid ever comes back, you can also, he should be here momentarily, but you also go check out, subscribe to his channel, as well as Onion Kid, and we appreciate all your patronage, views, and hopefully you will enjoy this as well, baby. So without further ado, time for our recap.
Well, you set out to find the source of these, well, terrorist attacks on the Orcish community and others, for Akrova specifically. But you were, as you trod inside the Forest of Whispers, you were met by the followers of the Lek, trying to claim the revenge of their leader, the nymph Cantaloupe. But after killing most of them, one of you sufficing grievous injury, you spent your night in the forest and returned to Abitax. This is Abitax. Oh God, what's that called? Well, the abandoned lizard, waiting for him. And you spent the day here by the little stream filled with salamanders in the sun of our master, and we find you here. Eros' wound is closed up a bit, but still not as he was before. But yeah, you could take it away as we start here.
How do you feel, Eros?
I feel less than I am. I've been through trauma.
This is good. You are recovering. But I would suggest we stay here for some nights. If we are to go deeper, mm, we are so few. There may be many in there.
Arkova, turning to you as you say that, strains his back a bit. Lo there. Then in that case, we must turn disadvantage into advantage. Use their numbers against them. Turning his stare back to the fire.
I just look at you. And how would you do this, Arkova?
Could lure some away, split them up, take them out where their numbers are not near as advantageous to them, and then we proceed forward and kill them one by one.
I am unfamiliar with these ways, Arkova. And I look at Eros, and I look back at Arkova. But I believe you should keep thought on how to track these elusive people.
Yes, yes. I say that only because I heard a human talking about it one time. When I was playing many moons ago, they were talking back and forth about how they won a great battle. They talk about such things. I listen. I listen well.
There is no battle here. There is no war. There is no talk of that I have heard. Kuro, in the time that we stay here for Eros's recovery, I would suggest you, when it is night, to go into the forest quietly. Be eyes for us.
Sure.
Yes, if I were to go into the forest at all, it must be quietly, especially in these times. Yes, I'm glad that you have selected me, Apotax, as the brave one to step forth into this dark place and stick my neck out for the rest of us in a selfless manner. I do not expect to be paid in recompense, though if that should occur, I would not turn down such gracious gifts. And looking nervously to the darkness. Though I am a thing of the dark, there are more powerful things out there. That is for sure.
You do not have to go far. But Eros, when I turn to you, I would suggest you stay in camp for the next days. You may wander if you wish, but do not stray too far.
Yes, sir. Let me see here. Oh. I had to straighten up. I think that I'm well enough to attend to such matters. I appreciate your barb skill that has been applied to fish. My sweet damaged flesh, but I believe I can withstand what you would bring to me. So, at least as long as we are more together. I just briefly show my long, vicious white fangs.
And I sort of look away from your face and sort of look at your body for a moment. Then I turn back to Arkova. your knowledge of where these people hide. How is it that you won't track them? You have with you fine trackers, and I gesture to Kuro and Eros. But only you know the signs, hmm?
Arkova kind of shifts his body over towards you, scooting along the ground, and kind of leans over. This is because I pay attention to their feet. Very particular feet they have. I looked at the way they move, the way they hop about. It is very easy to distinguish. You play this out in your mind when you see that. You imagine as if they are there, walking in front of you, and then you simply look.
I see.
In time, I think you all will know these tracks very well. For that, I have no doubt.
Yes. I've tracked little that will walk on 2 feet, save for maybe some birds here and there, but their tracks are so easy to understand. I mostly am tracking the 4-footed creatures, but tonight, the thought of stalking something that walks and talks, it awakens something in me, something deep, something that calls out, something that wishes to cry out towards the moons. I do not believe anything will be escaping our sight tonight. I do not believe anything will escape.
Let us hope. These people are broken to think they could bring blade against orc flesh.
Yes, foolish. Magi, each and every one, a powerful enemy to have, and to seek one out seems a foolish thing indeed.
I do not understand. Why do you call them this now?
Call them what? Fools?
When I had seen the one that you chased out, Eros, there was another mist came out of its mouth. I do not know what that was, but if they have supernatural abilities, I would advise we all take caution.
Yes.
We do not know what we are dealing with. Where I had thought originally they were but simple Fey people, there may be much more.
This is true. But take pride in yourself. They don't know what they have been dealing with.
I will rest before the night. It will awake me when you move. Take time now to find what small game, food, water. When we leave the camp, I believe we will not be returning for some time. I will look to the best of my abilities for food of my own during this time when it is light. And then I'd get up and slowly start shuffling off away from the camp. You said it was morning, wasn't it?
No, I said it was evening, like darkness.
Ah,
Yeah. So it's like
okay.
twilight.
Oh, okay. Let's skip that. I'll be waking up. Having done that already, I've been waking up. And if you are prepared, Eros, I believe your eyes are the keenest.
As I said, I am ready to move when you are. I recovered well from that damage. Those abominable worshippers of grain and what is that? The tomatoes have put upon me in their pathetic attempt at retribution upon the flesh that they should prefer. The bodies have paid the price for their sins, their actions.
Even more reason that we should seek out these fiends. Otherwise, how will the people know of their true enemy that assails them so?
The people? What? Oh, yes. Yes, the people for themselves. Certainly, yes, you bring up a fine point. Akova, yes.
Let us begin. Start just casually. I just shuffling, being the slowest, I assume, of the three, sort of in the back, a bit. Just having a nice leisurely walk through the forest.
Are you carrying any light sources? As it's
No,
dark for you.
no.
Okay.
From last night, no, I'm just no.
Okay.
I'll just be following the big, looking for the big red form that is Arkova.
I think you will only see black and white in this darkness, but you can definitely see his big form. But don't
See him
stumble
or
over
hear
him.
him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's pretty easily.
Yeah,
It's
but you
fine.
can. There's still some of the like twigs and bushes you have to move through directly as you move inside the forest. The
As a note, I
wind.
do. As a note, I do actually have some grades in outdoorsman. So like if there are any, some poisonous flora or foliage or whatnot, like ivy or something, I'm not going to just walk into that. Just as a note.
Arkova will kind of just stay back alongside of Apatax, just to make sure that he's not like left alone in the very back. So he'll just kind of just be walking alongside, maybe slightly ahead, maybe might walk a little bit forward and casually come on back a little bit, not straying too far, making sure to try to keep the majority of everyone in sight. At this point, he just kind of has like a more focused look to him as he peers into that darkness as best as he can.
And you follow the tracks you found some days ago. They're not as fresh now, but they're easy to follow till you get to that turned over tree. And as you slipped in one day prior at. So yeah, you stand there for a while, and I will have to roll some outdoorsman checks to find. And as you're looking, you can see the caterpillars. Some of them are lighting up. As you can see on roll 20, there's one particularly glorious one who is lighting up in these colors as you stand there. The wind has picked up a bit as you can feel that cool breeze of Niflheim, not so close, well, not so far, and yet not close enough to bite you. Okay, well, I guess you are good, and you can follow these tracks even though they are made several days. And actually, you when you are moving arrows, you feel alongside a tree. You put your hand up against the tree trunk to look, just to stand there waiting. You're still hurt, and Apisax is slower than you, and you can feel there's like a marking. You can feel inside the wood in a Jiren saying meaning like secure, like like this place is like finished, and you can feel when you're looking, you can see that there's like marks of different times in this tree, talking about if there is someone, like danger, and then secure under it when something is finished. You can see as you stand there. And as you move closer, you, Kuro, are looking, and standing a little bit in front of him, you can see like a fog bank coming out in the distance, and the tracks are moving one way, and you can see the fog bank. You, arrows, can also see it, like a slide close to the ground.
Now, look out there. That shape, that whiteness, that's fog. Now, I'm familiar enough with the Force to know that ain't natural out there. And if these fellas, if they have the ability to breathe out cold, and perhaps they're using this to mask themselves. Now, Alcova, these tracks here, I've been looking at their big old hopping feet. They seem to be moving in that direction. I think they are.
They're moving in the other direction.
Hmm.
It's footprints you're following. So, but not paws, as I believe you said.
You think that fog over there does it have something dangerous in it?
It's very low to the ground. It's like a feet just clinging.
No. Surely there's nothing that hides in such small amount of cover.
Well, they are small people, and they'll dig underground.
Watch where you step.
And while we're all walking, suddenly Arkova has the thought of thousands of tiny little creatures crawling upon his flesh and dragging him down despite his size, and the thought sends a little shiver down his spine a bit, and this makes him boisterous, and he kind of tenses up a little bit, and maybe he starts doing some preemptive flexing in return, combating the imaginary threats on his own mind.
Oh, good. Kuro, as you are looking into the fog, you can see that there's like a small. You know what Fata Morgana is? Inside the fog, you can see there's like a slight change in the shape of the trees added, slightly changing something, like bending the air around it.
The trees there, they're bent and moving, but not from the wind. Imagine that your sight was bent, that light itself was bent. They've done something there. These are the Whispering Woods, but It's not my ears that are attempting to be fooled, it's my eyes. Yeah, something there is unnatural. Something there has been changed.
Is this what you think?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, and I'm staring at it with wonder. Oh,
Arkova comes up from behind and kind of crouches down upon the knee towards you, Kiro, and as he does, he looks outwards. How you think they do that? Is this with magic? Is it? And he looks over at you with like this look of not really fright, but of caution.
I myself only understand one of the keys of magic. We do not have fog in the schooling of the Oracle, but others, and I turn to Apatax, others know the ways of cold things, of things hidden by fog, of things beyond the shroud. I could not tell you for true, Arkova. Something over here is most unnatural.
Unnatural. And then he thinks back to those figures he met before, and the imagery of Eros's wings flashing a flame. And these images, they dance around in his head, leaving various thoughts and opinions fluttering about. Another thing to contend with as he approaches.
Where do the tracks go? Into the fog or away?
Yeah, the tracks, and I'm like tracing over them. It is true that the tracks move in a different way, but I look at the tracks, and Mia, I see I was mistakenly thinking that we were looking at Duxit footprints, but we're looking at like more like
it's
right.
like boots. You wouldn't.
Okay.
They're like normal size, so they would have normal size boots.
Okay. So here in this track, you can see this indentation. I start pointing out. That's like a heel of a boot, and I do not know the rabbit folk to wear boots. It offends them in some sort of primal way, and these boots, these are moving away from the fog. I think these boot prints come from a patrol out from Flame Dance. I point, like I don't know Ajiren, right? So I'm just they've put these mysterious runes, pointing to the marks that have been made, because that's just magic to me. Yeah, the patrols will put these symbols, I don't know what they mean, but they'll put those symbols there to tell themselves something or other.
Did you say there's a Jiren written there? I missed a portion of that because I was trying to get my headset straight.
Yeah, there's like a Jiren, on this one tree, or you saw it just says cleared, uncleared, like as if this is like a tree that's used for marking this territory.
All right, so it sounds like maybe that the night, or the watch.
Yeah.
This is not magic. It's simply writing. It's the writing of my people. The tongue of nightmare of Ajira. It just says cleared. I think it may be the watchman.
Oh yes, yeah. See now that would explain the boot prints that we've been seeing here on the ground. Yes, we did find an old patrol, and I start looking at the Ajiren, like sniffing at it. I admire the strange fluid beauty of that writing, carved into a tree with a knife though it is. There's still that even written, it's like poetry. It's very interesting to gaze upon.
How many different pairs of boots are there per to have been, or is it just one?
There's a lot of boots. You wouldn't. It would be like yeah, a lot of boots. And the tracks you were following last time. This is the same tracks. They also had like prints of ostriches, and they are like strange feet. That like.
Like a bird's foot, a large
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that like.
How old
Maybe-
are these tracks? If this is the lodge.
A few days old.
Hmm.
This animal, is there any strange, large reptile that is thin and slender, or perhaps a bird that they may have with them, either for riding or for, I don't know, some other sort of use in the hunt and truck?
The Fae, the Hibben people. They heard these creatures, I believe you are thinking of.
Yes, Hibben. I'm just beginning to sniff the area, just to see if I can detect anything else here, of perhaps of these people, of the sense they may have left, anything that might give me an idea. Obviously, I would know what the Mihangi, having sniffed him quite profusely, what he smells like. If it's perhaps someone else's scent, if in fact he may not have been the one to leave this, or perhaps if I do detect his lingering odor out here.
You do detect his odor, and you also detect the odor of primates. They smell different than others, but you also, yeah, you wouldn't be able to say if there's other orcs, other ogres, other kitsune. That would be that. There's also like a faint like a really faint smell of ferrum. It could be like chains old, but it still just lingers. So like a ferrum like hold onto the tree trunk, possibly to like to reach to his tippy toes to read what the writing says.
The foul odor of stumpy ferrum permeates this earth as a reek. This is quite old. I smell him here, that huntsman, upon investigation. Yes, he has been here, and I trace my fingers over the Jiren. I believe he is the writer and author of these words. There have been others here as well, perhaps a human. The smell is unfortunate.
And as you are speaking about smells, we go to Akrova, moving forward into the forest. And I would like you to look at. Right, I'm moving spaces in Roll20 so you can see what I want you to see. I hope.
Oh, there it is. You could hold on Shift and click. I can't hear you, Mia.
How about now? Good. Damn it. Well,
Yeah.
as you're moving inside the underbrush becomes lusher as the trees became a little bit sparse, and you see lakes like this in the picture. This like golden blackish syrup with this fog clinging to it. And you also see slight Fata Morgana, but perhaps you're not seeing in it what Kuro is seeing, but you see the like slight bending of the rock. And there's like as far as the eye sees, you can see these like these lakes and this fog, and you are. I would like you to roll a perception hearing, and you can go ahead and describe what you're doing as you see this side. As you're rolling, but
Is everyone doing this, or?
no, you're the only one
Oh,
who
just me.
walked there.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. Or maybe you can. You can also roll minstrel if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
All right then. I'll use minstrel. Oh my! All right. So that's that's 17 in total.
Okay. That's quite good. You as you get over there, you hear like a slight bubbling noise from these legs, but also you can feel like a small tremor in your mandolin, as if you just hit a note and it's still reverberating after that.
He kind of holds his mandolin out a little bit as this happens, mesmerized by its effect. His fingers lightly tapping against it, feeling the reverberation. As any good musician does, they feel the music flowing through them. He gently puts it down towards the side as he adjusts the strap. Puts his hand on one of the trees that curves over this pond, this strange liquid. Kind of leans over and peers into it.
You just see this like bubbling tar-like lake is there. There's no odor from it, no strong odor.
He'll grab like a stick
and
begin poking inside of it.
This will be kind of straight. Have you ever played with like potato powder and water? Like potato flour?
Okay, it makes that soupy mixture.
Yeah, that's like non-Newtonic. So it's liquid when you are like slowly moving in it, but when you like stick it in, it's solid. Yeah. But that's like the consistency of this, but it will never coat the stick.
Upon seeing this, his mind has never witnessed such strange sights. He looks over towards the rest, and in a hushed tone, Kuro, look at this. Apotax, look at this, Eros.
Is it them?
I move over to look.
And you see me taking the stick and poking into this viscous liquid, behaving strangely. Solid, and yet not when it stirs around quickly.
What is that?
Unnatural, like I said.
I've not seen that before.
Interesting. Yeah, 22.
Upon seeing that it's not like really sticking to it, he grabs like a little cup, just a little wooden cup, and then he just from like a little pack, and then he just scoops it in there and pulls it right out.
You know, I sort of move my neck a little bit as I like look at it. As you do that,
when you scoop it out and you look into the cup, it's just regular water you're looking at. And you two, you can, especially you, Kuro, there's definitely something, something different with this.
Arkova, upon saying this, she just pours it out and see if how it pours like water. So, oh.
It pours like water.
Mm.
Hmm. Yes, yes. Now this, it's definitely I believe it to be magic, not mysticism. Yes, there's a difference. Magic is from the magi. Mysticism is from them priests or whatever and worshiping whatever aimlessly wanders by. But no, this is something from the magi. Yeah,
Offensive.
I poke at it,
Most certainly offensive.
and I poke at it with another stick.
I kind of
Yes,
behind you, leaning over, down, kind of looking like completely behind you as I'm like a foot taller. Like, what is it? Just looking at?
Why do
Yeah.
you say this, Kuro?
It
It is
the
not
way in which
true.
the way in which it is, for lack of a better word, interacting with reality. You see, the priest will call upon their gods for favors. They can create a flame when they worship Mogul. They can create water when they worship the Leviathan. Now, this is changing the world around us. The Oracle understands time, the time flow around each and every one of us. We can edit it. We can, as if I was editing one of my minute writings. You know, I will go back over and correct things or make them sharper to the ear and wittier upon the tongue of the actors. The Oracle will do the same with time. They will change it. Arkova, you understand this process with the writing of your music, yes?
Yeah. Yes, it makes a little bit of sense as he pokes
Yes,
his stick to this.
Think of every note that you write as a second in time or a minute. And you go over there and you make that beautiful music. You change each and every note. You make it sing in the ears of all who behold it. But the most powerful of oracles can do this with the time flow, the very essence of the binding of the world itself. Now, I'm not saying that's what we're looking at here, but this is someone who desired to change this area. They saw where a fog bank was not, and they said, this will not do. And they created one.
That is strange, Kuro. But where
Yes.
do the tracks go?
Away from here. But the tracks, those are not the tracks are not those of Duxit, and of course Duxit being well-known tricksters and charlatans, bamboozlers. I think, if anything, we should be looking at where the tracks are not. And I poke a stick in there even deeper. Like, where?
In your travels, Eros, have you seen a lake like this?
No, I do not know what it is. I thought I'd already expressed that this was something different than what I have wondered upon. How does it smell?
It does not have any potent smell at all. It doesn't go apart from the forest, as if it was non-existent.
It has no smell to it. There's no smell at all. Nothing. It's very strange. Almost everything has some sort of an odor it emits, but not this.
With eyes wide, staring upon it, he turns to you, Kiro. Are we in any danger? Will this magic, will this hurt us?
No, I believe that this is just they've just changed the land. They've just done some sort of force to hide themselves, to cloud our minds with and cloud our eyes from the truth. You can touch it for sure, and it would be safe. Although it should be noticed, I make no motion myself to to touch the thing. But no, here it is. I wouldn't say an illusion, but it is some sort of effect, some sort of spell to hide something. Now, poking at it with a stick is all well and fun. It brings me back to my days as childhood and poking at a stick in a dead frog in a pond. But I believe that we need to continue on. We need to find out the source of this. Yes.
It's best not to disturb this place any further. Do not know what lies resting under.
As you are standing there looking forward, you can see there's a quite bit of plant life, different. Yeah, gaining your interest, Eros, as you are smelling the area. You can smell like there's like a honeysuckle mint smell to some leaves of a willow tree.
I'll walk over there and start harvesting a few things that might be of use to me for my potions and perfumes.
Arkova,
Yes, Apotex.
dip your bowl, into there. I wish to bring this with me.
Oh no, it becomes water afterwards, and he lifts it up and then pours it, and as he does, the liquid, that thick molasses, becomes water, and just pours right on out.
I see.
It is
Cool.
strange.
I would like to mark this area for further investigation. If you would give me a moment. I look at Arkova
Yes.
and just go by to like a nearby tree, while Eros has gone to a willow tree. I go to another tree and I just take out that silver dagger and I just start carving some Thraxian characters into it.
You can see that there's like plump fruit hanging from the tree with like scales on the like a discarded hide of a snake, scales on these fruits as you're like carving in it.
I
And
take
you,
one of those.
Kuro, yeah, and you, Kuro, with your roll, you feel like the connection you have to the space between spaces that links everything together, that this is, well, this is a place where the space is less, where things are more connected. But
So while Apotax is busy with his Thraxan, that most beautiful and holy language that is most precious to me as well, I shift my sight to recognize chronomancy, as it were, and I begin moving my hands to that abacus of mathematical symbols that I envision when I am engaging in my oracular abilities. And I begin pushing these to and fro, arranging a matrix, arranging a pattern. To everyone else, I'm simply waving my hands in the air and I'm mumbling to myself, although this is not an entirely unusual sight for them to see. But to my eyes, I'm moving away entire equations, sliding them back in as if they're holograms in some sort of sci-fi movie. And I'm looking for, did someone, as I do an investigation of, has someone been here and has someone else before me edited the reality of this place, as I try and recognize whether a chronomancy spell has been cast.
And while they're doing that, Arkova observes this in silent awe, like a child watching adults at work. He kind of just sits down and just watches, his eyes wide, filled with wonder and a bit of fear as his mind begins to play more tricks upon him. He thinks about the strange things that they may come across yet again.
And as you enact your practice of law and order, your equations shift when you look away from them. your equations shatter. They're wrong. It's not. It's the opposite. Something is changing your equations to be not correct. They shatter them, default them, destabilize them, put them together again wrong, then shatter them, destabilizes them. You can just see as you're shifting, and you can see the fog just editing what you're trying to set fast, and even if it's in your own vision, even if it's trying to recognize, and you can feel that something has edited it, and perhaps you can, yeah.
Hmm.
Perhaps something.
I reach down to pick up a blue mathematical marble from my vision, but for everyone else, it's as if I picked up nothing, and I place it on that Gossamer Strings of Fate abacus, and it falls again. Oh, someone here is. Oh, it's beautiful. The chronomancer used here of all things. They're telling me that my equations are wrong. They're telling me that reality is wrong. 2 and 2 does not make a 5, my friend, but here it is written out plain as day. In Thraxon, no less. And I'm shaking Apatax on the shoulders. In Thraxon. Can you believe this? And of course, Apatax would understand that this in Thraxon is an utterly ludicrous idea for someone to write an incorrect equation such as 2 and 2 equals 5. But yeah, I've seen it. They're actively attempting to deceive my mind. I'm witnessing it. I'm witnessing such genius lies and deception written in Thraxon. Thraxon of all things. Thraxon, which is normally truth, unbreakable, unimpeachable, unassailable truth. But here in the language of truth, in the language of purity, they have written lies. They have written purposeful mistakes. They seek to fog my mind, but they do it in the language of illumination. Fascinating. They're turning the truth into a bow, turning it inside out and wrapping it around a lie and giving it to me as a gift, saying, here's a present, Kuro. Unwrap this. Beautiful man. And again, I begin to play with more equations that are visible only to my eyes, and of course my troubled and cracked soul is leaking prana at an alarming rate, as if as if something was terribly wrong to me. Perhaps Apatax should feel this, like, oh my, I am an engine running too hot. Too much prana is being wasted through the cracks in my soul.
Like, when you grabbed me, I was finishing writing something, and then, because this is all dark and kind of spooked me a bit. And I watch you intently, as you speak, and I just sort of whisper, that is interesting.
Arkova watches this whole thing unravel as Kuro begins his findings and letting us all know about them. And as he does, Arkova attempts to make some understanding of these mystical arts, these things which are beyond what appears to be mortal grasping. And yet, here they are before him, once more magic being enacted. He listens intently, nodding once in a while as Kuro says something, as if understanding.
Where is Eros? I look around. Like,
I'm standing sort of right there in the shadows.
has he gone to look for the tracks? Kuro.
I'm standing right here.
I turn vaguely in your direction. You see, I'm looking at you, but not at you, kind of thing.
Here.
The darkness may be proven too dark for some.
Yeah.
Do you find
Yeah,
any?
and at that point, a shimmering wreath of feathery flame illuminates me, making it quite certain as to where I am. No, I have not gone to look at tracks. I've seen that many tracks here, the boot prints and bird, lizard tracks, many smells, even the abomination of ferrum stench here in the wood. Mm, I do have a taste for this ducat flesh, though. The joy it shall bring me.
My eyes, like my sunken-in eyes, just kind of, open up as you breathe yourself. And then, I look around using your light.
And then you see like a moth, you're talking like 2 feet moth, like swooping down towards the light, and like landing on the willow, just and then just looking, like shifting and moving, looking down at Eros in flames. You can see its small, like caterpillar. No, the
Antenna.
antenna, like stretching, like looking at you, like as if it's like sensory organs, like moving them closer towards you.
That's what I do.
It's still very, very high up. It's like 10 feet up, and it's like, but it's 2 feet big, so it's quite visible, and you can see it on the Roll20. It has like a yellow face, and the rest of it's white. Just looking at you.
I swipe over my left hand to try to grab it quickly.
It's 10 feet in the air.
Oh, I thought you said it had landed near me.
Yeah, nearly near you on the willow,
yeah.
so it's like
It's
10
still
feet
up.
up.
I see.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was very close to me.
This place is very interesting. I look at that moth. I slowly pan my view around, using your light, just looking around.
You can see other like small insects crawling on the stems and the leaves. You can see the 5-eyed snail I was lucky enough to find. It's so cute looking. But when you are feeling this, you can, as curious still, are looking at the strangeness of this space leaking out in waves of prana. You, Akroa, feel that tremor again in your mandolin.
Oh,
As
he holds it up.
closer to you.
Oh, does it seem to? Does it seem to get stronger as I get closer to him?
No, it's like a pulse. But when he moved closer, it made that tremor again. That unplayed note hanging in the instrument.
Kiro, come here. When I got close to here, listen. And he holds it up towards you. To hear that faint pulse, to feel it, even. You see, I didn't even plug it, and it happened.
Reverberation. There's a power enough in this place to have an echo of some sort of energy. Yes. Now the whole world, understand, Arkova, is bound by time. Time is mathematics. And thus mathematics is reality. And music is a child of mathematics. You have your tempo, you have your chords, you have your strumming. As I begin to list the entirety of my knowledge of the minstrel way, it's very small, and you have to keep it in time. You have to keep it in the same rhythm. Yes. Find the rhythm here, Alcova. Find the chord. The code's going to be the key. The code's going to lead us to where we need to go. Yes. Strum a tune. I don't know if this is in the note you must find, or if this is the note that you must omit and let it slide into your song. Are you creating the key, or are you creating the keyhole here? I don't know, Arkova, but only you can answer this riddle. Only you can answer this conundrum here.
Ah,
Yes.
and his eyes begin to light up as you say that, and there's some bloistering of, not really courage, but rather enticement, yes. And he begins to rise up from his rather crouched and slanted position, swings the mandolin around, adjusting his shoulders a little bit, and he begins to slowly pluck, one by one, feeling the vibration, seeing if it matches. His eyes are closed. He takes deep breaths, inhalation, letting his heartbeat and breathing be timed. His body all one instrument playing. As he slowly plucks methodically, each one a little bit different till he finds that right tune. And with that, I shall give out a minstrel roll.
Of course. But, well, even though there's still like small winds, I must remind you of how quiet this place is. It's not a forest of bird calls and song. Oh,
Alright, that's going to be a 21.
okay. And as you play, you find the tune you're looking for, and you can see when you're playing, you can see like you feel something within you ringing in tune with this song, like as if you were the whole instrument, as if you were a tuning fork.
It's a strange feeling when he does this, because at this point, you know, we've just kind of recovered from a battle and from people that he didn't even want to fight, and the fresh taste of that ogress's blood in my mouth, of consuming her heart, to at least honor some of the combat that she has performed. But as a defeated enemy, she now rests in stomach. And that thought, that hot-blooded thought, washes away as he strings that tune. As it has in the past, playing has always calmed mind, but now he feels something else reverberating, a newfound purpose, unsettling, to be honest. And as he does so, you see his form kind of perk up a bit, straighten, his back does. And he opens his eyes and looks towards you. I found it. I found it. And he plucks it again, and again, and again, repeating it ever so. Even walking about as he does so, each step timed with it.
As you and of course to you, that this music is beautiful and alluring, and it's as if even though this forest is quiet, everything, even the footsteps your others are making, are slowing down just to hear this song. And you can see there's like waves in the water as you're moving, and then you can, as you're moving about in this quiet space, you can see like a torch moving closer towards you in the distance. And in Pelagonese, you hear, "Hello? Is anyone out there? Hello? I hear you."
What's that? The snorting of a pig?
I like to try to sneak up on this.
Yeah,
I
sure,
just
give-
Pelagonese. Say perk up.
And yeah, you can definitely roll if you want to. Yeah, moving silent, and I will roll for. Oh well.
I got a 13. 13 to move silent.
Oh well, he like when you're moving, he like moves the torch towards you. And hello?
He's just speaking in Pelganese, you're saying? Because I don't speak that. I can't
He's
speak that language.
like, hello, and then oh, and then he's like when he sees you, it's like he um, good day. He tries in Sindarian. There's like a bit of like.
Oh, you speak that.
Yeah.
What are you doing out here in the dark, all alone? And I smell, inhaling him deeply, and I move closer towards him.
He like moves a step backwards.
Take another step forwards.
He is he has brown skin, curly brown hair. He has a hanger, copper hanger by his side, and he's like moving away from you. I have a camp with my family. We're out hunting, but we're not hunting you. You are Hansa Kuhn? No, you are. And he's like looking, and as you're moving closer, when you move inside the light of frame, like he's really like looking at you, squinting. Oh, you're the flame dancer. Oh.
Yes. All thoughts of eating him now leave me. Yes. I'm here. Do not be afraid. And I reach my hand into, and he's like his torch, and I reach my hand into the torch, and I move it slightly, causing it to sort of flitter in a way that it looks like, just for a moment, there's like small birds of fire sort of shooting around in it. Do not worry. You're safe here. Yes, your family is over there.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that is not a good weapon for hunting. I look at his sword.
He's like, I'm not hunting. They heard music.
Oh, yes. Yes, there's music over here.
Yeah.
I thought you said your family was out here and you were hunting. That's not correct.
It's night. We're in camp.
Yes, night is a good time for hunting.
He's like.
I look at him
like. He look like you're killing wrong. Like what? Like looking at you. Like.
Are you a light eyes, like a frame?
I do not know what that is.
You can't see very well in the dark, can you? And I'm like looking at him, like kind of picking that up now.
Yeah.
Like, something I didn't know before. I see. Well, everything is fine here. You have nothing to worry about. And I take my hand and just like kind of pat him on the upper arm, like, yeah, you're fine.
he smiles at you a bit, like looking at his arm, looking at you. Should you want to? We have food. You want some? And he's like, when there's like a more sounds, like looking.
An Ugin.
Yes.
I kind of slowly lumber into the light.
Ugin? No, it's pronounced human.
Like food. Food.
What?
It's
got food?
Yes.
Yeah. We do.
Right, so I step out and the poor human will see more vagabonds and ne'er-do-wells such as us stepping out of the wood like, food? He's food.
Human. It is an Ugin human. And I like look at him. Like I know I'm right, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's like nodding at you. Yeah.
See.
And as he says that, strolling out from the woods as well, even more, dark Fae emerge as Arkova's large form walks out in a slightly trance-like state as he continues to pluck that tune.
You can just see his face go like white for a moment as he looks at you, and you remember the boy who got the Ducat girl as you. He's like looking at you, like stepping one step back, and via pure mage. Hi.
You're fine. You're fine. You haven't seen any of the ducats out here, have you?
No.
I had thought so.
We found something else.
What did you find?
It was further south. Something strange.
And what? Explain.
It was like stone.
Stone?
And when it was no more, it was just a pile of like stone. Like looking like clearly don't have the right word.
I don't understand. What is so strange about stone?
No, it was it was alive, and it attacked.
The stone was alive.
It was. I heard. I was not there. He's like perhaps like 14. I think. Maybe the others. That was what they told me. The stone burns.
Burns.
They called it, and then he says like in Pelganese, coal, like looking like
coal.
But he says this in Pelganese, like the Pelganese thing.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
How many
Like looking at-
Ugins are with you? Ugin.
Many. It's like he only have one sword, so he just does this for like a moment, and he
Arrows.
Kind of lower my head slightly towards his hand, like looking at what he's doing. It's a very, very large number, I suppose. Yes. What is it?
I would like to see this camp of Ugins.
Very well. I am a bit interested to see this coal, if that is the right word that he spoke of. Quite strange sounding. It's a rock monster, I believe, from his description.
Well, he fought a rock monster, but he's but a boy. And,
Well, he didn't fight
I,
it. Someone else did. He just heard the story.
And that makes sense.
He will take us there later.
It's and he like moves with you.
Take us there, Ugin.
Yes, orc. And he like bends
Your
his head.
name is Ugin, I say?
My father's name is Ugin.
Ugin.
Mm.
I am, of course, Eros Udanos, which of course you know. You have Quiro, Arkova, and even the orc has a name that is Apatax.
And he like bends a bit to all of you. I am.
As they all like are walking and stuff, he starts strumming a tune, "Led in the Dark" by an Ugin, towards.
He's like, look, I'm Ip. It's a good name. And he like,
Yes.
smiles. And
Yes,
walks.
Eep is a good name, yes.
No. Ip. He's like looking at you, and then he's like
Ip.
looking at you. He's talking to? Is like, and he's like look down and move further.
Did I have it right that time, Eep?
And he like pulls his shoulder and like look up at you and smile a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good. Well, lead us to an Eep.
Eep, which rhymes with sleep, after we've had a mighty feast.
It does rhyme. Very nice.
Ho ho ho.
And you get to like a wall of darkness, and you can see as you move closer, there's like hides hanging around the trees, possibly sheltering light from inside, and he like moves it. He like fiddles a bit. Each one like fiddles and opens, and you can just see light from a fire, dim but still visible. And he moves inside this makeshift tent, and he looks and holds it out for you.
Well, I enter in.
And you can see there is perhaps 20 boys and men inside here. Some are sleeping in bedrolls, and some are like standing by the small fire with a cauldron. You can smell meat being cooked.
I take a very good look over them. Like, at first, I'm like, is that a woman? Is that one? And then it kind of dawns on me that none of them are female, which is very odd to me. Like, why wouldn't your women be out here hunting too? Of course, being me hungry.
Ip Ugin. Where is the Ugin with the crown? Is he with you?
He nods and he points to like a makeshift like seat by a table. And you can see he's like looking over a map. One older guy is standing beside him with like gray fuzz in his afro. Like he's like looking up at you as you get in. He's like looking at you, all of you, with a smile on his face, like, come. I could not hope to find you here. Sit by my fire. I'm glad to see you. And he's like looks to all of you.
Then I move to like sit next to him, kind of thing.
And he makes room for you on this. And he has his crown on, of course. He's like looking at you.
Well, I sit across, and as I do, I look at him and I give a slight bow to him, recognizing his status.
I just smile. Keep my mouth shut though when I do it.
I could not. How did you find us? Did Ip find you?
Yes, he found us.
So it was your music we could hear playing.
I pointed Arkova.
Aye, that it was. An enchanted tune in this place of, and looks around, magic. With his eyebrows slightly raised, hairless as it is.
He nods. You were at the site of the fog. Oh, he was speaking in Fraxa to Abatex, like saying Abatex, and he continues speaking Fraxa to you. But the sprite who lives there told us that we should not jump in the water. She was
Oh, sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sprites, they are skilled in magic, for if they were not, they'd simply all be gobbled up by much larger creatures. Yeah. In the ways of magic, you can trust a sprite. Yes, they are knowledgeable in such things. Whether it is the dream mysticism of opiate, or perhaps the esoteric paths of the magi. Yes, the sprites know the supernatural. They need to.
You know of the lake, Ugin.
The lakes. There are many.
Is this what this tells you here? Your map?
No. It is from the Forest Watch, though they are marked. They do not tell me what it is. And he like rolls it out, you can see.
And look at it.
You can see like that's like areas marked out as well territories. You can see, and you can
Is
see.
this what you are doing, Ugin? You are going to the lakes, the ponds.
No, you could reside there. The sprite.
You are after
It's,
the Dukusit.
Yeah. They killed my daughter. He looks at you. They.
Like I play dumb and I kind of like pause a bit, then I nod.
Yes, you remember Iketis.
And by the way, he spoke Sindarian after that Akrova talked to him in Sindarian.
He's speaking Sindarian now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say something because I couldn't understand him.
Yeah. They we found some tracks from them, but I do not. It's difficult, but
We are also hunting them.
I did presume I did have an agreement with Apitax and Kuro to hunt them, but they were not there on that date. And he's like looking at you a bit like,
Yes, well, they're always hopping off here and there, it would seem.
Well, but there's something else in this wood. Something to the south. I would not go there if I were you. Unless you have many. And he like looking at you well, it's like looking at you like, maybe not. They are. I've heard from the Forest Watch that they had troubles with them. Something about a sickness. But
Where is the Forest Watch?
they are at Deliria's house.
Guarding the king.
Yes.
The king sits. The flame dancer moves. I look towards Eros. And I look back at Ugin.
Yes.
You'll find them.
Yes. But you can stay here. There are
thank you.
many beasts out. There was a two-headed deer. I do not know why, but many of them. A bear with too many legs. No.
Have you been in these woods before, Ugin?
I've been to the north. This is not a place of ill luck. Not many oaks reside here.
Arkova, kind of tilts his head a bit. Ooh, what is Illinuk?
He looks at you. It's what I. Well, who I put my faith in. A troll. The one who made forests and. Well, he's like looking. She is. He's like looking as you.
He begins looking around as he says forest, looking at every tree, not knowing that there was but a powerful entity behind each one.
Be careful. Troll is a very powerful and dangerous entity. We must remember what happened there above Flame Dance. Very, very vengeful.
No, it's the hunger is one of them. There are 44 of them. A few are free, and the few who are free are strong, immortal, unlike the gods.
Mm. It just like sparks this utter desire to just devour these things. How much my heart and pulse just begins to race with the desire to feast upon them. Ah, the goodness. It's just what's just flowing through me on an animalistic level.
Mm.
You stay up late, Ugin. It is very dark out. Why do you not rest, like the others?
Mm. Someone has to keep watch. Someone has to be up. You can see like there's two boys tending to the flame, and the older man beside him, and Ip who's like putting like crawling outside again.
I gesture to like one of the kids that's not Eep.
Mm.
The Eep Ugin has said there to be a occurrence. You had found a coal, a large monster of stone.
South. It assailed us as we were walking through the forest. Large and coarse of skin, but like animal. Mm. It assailed us, tried to keep us away, I would imagine. I do not know. But when it fell by the club of my son, and he like gestures towards one of the sleeping, it shattered like into nothing, to rubble, like an old building.
Hmm. That is a strange creature.
Mm.
Do you believe there to be more of them down south?
I do not know. But they are like coal. They are warm when they shatter. And they burn well, and he points to the fire. You can see like small like pieces of coal. Better to keep inside. As you are inside like a tent made of like trees in a circle. And it, like
Arkova takes all of this in as he listens, and his eyes get wide as he hears these stories about this monster of coal. And he thinks about glorious battles and songs to be sung.
Hmm. Then it is good that we have come across each other here in this wood. It would have been unfortunate, I look at Arkova, Eros, and Kudo, if we were to come across the coal animal.
we moved further north because of it.
Hmm.
But there is still a camp further in with my other sons. Well, a day from here. You can.
How,
What?
how long have you been searching for them?
We have been searching since Elsound's light. But we have put up camps before we start searching. And our failures in the south have put us back days. No Dukutsid have been found by us. But maybe my son's is more lucky.
Hmm. I think when the sun rises the next day, we will go to your son Ugan's camp further in the wood.
He nods.
We will need many eyes, and we have many. Those that are with me are skilled trackers. They will find them.
He looks at them. You can see, like, looking at arrows a bit. Still maimed
I
a bit.
return his gaze, and of course welcome it upon me, as all with any form of sense should clearly wish to look upon me.
You. Well, it will soon be light. You can have your rest, or you can wait till dawn touches us.
I prefer to do my hunting at night. I am a creature of darkness, after all.
He looks at you, like, furrowing his brows as you say that, as if it was something to be proud of. He looks at you like,
I turn towards Arrows. I feel it is wise for us to rest here for now. And the following day we will continue.
To what aim? To come upon Nukatsit when they may see us easily, as Hormazd flashes down through Igveil's lower heaven. We have an element of surprise now.
Ugin, where is your son Ugin's camp? Is it on this map?
he points to it. You can see, yeah, like an X.
You know, I look at it, you know.
You can see, like, there's an X further south, and then there's like an attempt to remove that X with like scraggling it over with more coal, and then there's like an X for that camp.
Eros, look here.
I lean over and begin to examine.
Like as if like a teacher teaching a child. We are here, Eros.
I have an understanding to some degree of how maps work. I've seen them before.
This is good, for I believe we should go here.
I think I'm like looking at it. I kind of looking around. I think I might be able to use this to find where you look. I am no expert with maps, but I have seen them and I understand what they are.
They are. Well, you can follow the lakes if you want to. They are where the lakes end. We are where the lakes start.
I see.
It is very useful to have landmarks marked upon the map, or remember them in your head for when you're traveling through the forest, for things, especially here in the Forest of Whispers, may all begin to jumble together, and you need to keep them straight in your mind. This is what I do. I remember the trees specifically, and we've seen that even the Forest Watch will put marks upon the trees. We can do the same.
He nods. Yeah.
Though I thank you for your hospitality, Ugin.
And I to your peoples. No, people. And he looks at you and then a small smile. I hope that this vain attempt will at least keep them out of the hands of the community there.
Yes, well, we all remember what they did. We were there upon the thoroughfare when the murders happened. They will be revenged.
I get up. Study upon this map for a few more moments, Eros. Before we leave, let us know.
I can study it while we move.
I do want to keep the map.
Yes,
Oh.
like I gestured to him.
I see. I thought it had been extended, and then we were to return it to your son.
He has a map.
Let me a moment then. And I'll study it for a few moments. And I mean, I do have an academics of 2, so I'm not completely unfamiliar with how to use a map. And I say, very well, let us go. And let us follow the lakes and attacks.
It is soon light, but you can go.
Are you sure you don't want to leave now? I look at all 3 of you.
I am not offended by the darkness.
I believe we should reach this camp further in the wood.
I agree. Though tired, kind of stretches his back out. As I may be, we must press forward. And besides, just as Eros has said, we have element of surprise. We also have element, he like flexes his arm, and element of ogre. Ho ho ho!
My eyes get wide. I'm like, oh, I see the shape of the arm. Oh.
Yes, a powerful element indeed. It burns with fire from within and hits as the mountain.
We will see you again, Ugin.
I wish you luck.
It will be done.
Like, sighs a bit and shifting in his chair, looking up at his, well, the other Ugin, the older looking Ugin. Do we have any supplies to spare? He speaks in Pelkanese, and the other one nods. Do you want any foodstuffs? It will take a day to travel there. So if you're not resting here, you will be resting on the way.
I just nod at him, just like, well, yeah, of course.
And he raises up and walks over and begin like packing for you, packing these snakeskin fruits and meats in cooked, nearly charred meat, so you can like scrape off and it doesn't get bad, but like packing like a bag to you. And Ib comes back in. The light of Elsamis is upon us. And you can look up. Thank you, boy. And he moves in and like scoots into his bedroll as you move out with a pack with foodstuffs. And you move. Do you move along the track marked on the map, or do you move along the lakes? The track seems to be shorter, but that's just.
I'm gonna go along the tracks. I think if it seems shorter.
There's like a small line drawn in Kjolven.
I think that makes the best sense. Save time.
When we leave their camp, there's like, we leave the camp, there's people quiet, as we return to the tracks, we start moving. Then you hear me sort of saying Sumerian in a low voice. The Ugin spoke between his words of the coal monster, other things. I had seen the look upon his face when he saw you, Eros.
Yes, he adored me.
He spoke of that which I worry of, what I have spoken of earlier the other day.
What do you mean?
The things that eat men.
You mean me?
Things that die and stand again.
Die and
It
stand
is
again.
a tale of the orc people. One that my mother would speak to me of.
Mm.
I believe it is best we keep caution here. You are very comfortable in these woods, but I am not.
Yeah.
I'll do my best not to slow you down.
I am attempting to become comfortable here. As you know, I am from a desert, so this is a different environment than I am used to. I have stolen away here sometimes during the period of time I have been in Flame Dance, become familiar with the flora and fauna, but it is odd. So, Apotax, you had a close relationship with your mother then, did you?
I still do.
It must be very nice and reassuring. My mother
Yes,
never
she's
had
very
any
wise.
time for me. She never had any time for me at all.
That is strange. Many here
Yes.
make time for you.
Yes, as they should. I am the Flame Dancer, after all.
Oh, why your mother no take interest in you,
She is very involved in her own life, shall we say.
Well, yes, I suppose a nymph has many tasks that she must see to. Becomes
A nymph?
busy. Yes.
What do you mean?
Surely you must be a scion, a descendant of one of them flame nymphs, the fire hair. Yeah.
No, I'm not a nymph. That's what you thought I was? I'm Mihongi.
Yeah, nymph and a Mihongi descendant.
My mother was a great bird of flame. My father, Mihongi of the desert. I am not a nymph. Though I believe I have heard you say this before, Quiro.
Yes, I've been
Not
billing you
correct.
as such, and it seems to have been very popular with the folks of Flame Dance. Perhaps I'll continue to do so. I don't think they will understand the great flame birds of the far desert.
Have they not seen my wings? My feathery wings of burning ether and ash.
Oh, it makes sense now. He's like nodding his head, looking.
Yes. There are many things in the world. There's a line between the abnormality of flesh and the purity of spirit, and sometimes they mingle in beautiful passion. And then some bastard of both worlds is birthed into one or the other. And so is my tale. Too beautiful for this world,
I have
yet bound
heard of
to
this
it. Yes, well,
from my
you'll
people.
hear of it now. Still, the legends you spin, Quiro, are good. All stories that surround me and point to others' adoration in my form and fashion. That pleases me immensely. So I pat you on the back. Give me fairly hard. I have a 10 strength.
Yes, the nymphs are so revered here that I thought you could only come from such stock, but now to hear this stories of such rarity to be born from a bird spirit. Tell me, Eros, did you burst full of foam from an egg atop a mountaintop? I can just picture the scene now. You bursting forth from a ruby red egg, wings resplendent, challenging the world to match your beauty, challenging the world to bring you a challenge worthy of your form, and you had to travel across the face of the world, come here to flame dance and find your destiny here,
It was a
find your
cavern,
purpose here.
not a mountain top. So it is different, but perhaps, as you say, I believe it was something like that. The
Yes,
wolf
yes,
in the egg.
should never let the truth get in the way of a good story, yes.
Well, please, feel free to perfume the air with your mint-scented words, oh honeysuckle tongue, Quiro. And almost playfully, I hit you like kind of in the face with some kind of branch that has a bunch of smells on it. It just comes up.
Oh, this pollen does not make my nose run as such. It has a pleasant scent to it.
Yes,
And I pluck that.
been working on honeysuckle perfumes, and mint is itself something that is useful in my work and craft.
Oh, is that it? And he like leans over and begins like this deep inhales. But then as he does, like his
Kind of put it behind me, seeing the brutishness coming.
Oh, I actually take a step back, like it was just like a shockwave of an ogre sneeze, just like, oh.
My eyes go wide as I'm just like, oh, like I go for my dagger, like something like is attacking our Kovan. I look around, like,
oh,
what is this? Why do you make this sound?
oh, you're not know of sneezing, my friend.
I like kind of crane my neck, like I don't understand that word, kind of like.
You know when something hits the nose, you breathe deep and something tickles within, and then a great wind from below.
Oh. Oh.
Yes. Huh. And as we're walking, I speak Shokov. Now, I was aware that Apatax people, they do not engage in sexual relations or dance or defecations, although they will imbibe in wine. I believe this is the only base activity they will engage in, but I had no idea that they refuse, as it were, to sneeze.
Oh my!
An entire species that does not sneeze. This is even stranger than any tale of the orc I've ever heard. Truly, this race of magi are unusual.
Apatax, you do not fornicate at all. That is disgusting.
That is a...
I was about to say, I see little ones running about, unless they are grown. And then, like, his eyes sort of like narrow, and like he strokes his chin.
They call them sprouts for a reason. They're growing in the earth. They are such skilled tenders of crops that they can grow their own children.
Apatax, you are some kind of plant, is that right? Like a shrub?
I am not.
You aren't? I thought you were.
I am close.
Are you like a what is it? Fungus?
Imagine man, fey, and plant.
Yes.
And I go like this.
You are a fey plant.
No fey.
Oh.
Holdray. Is my people. A name forgotten, but remembered by us.
I see. Not all orcs are the same, I suppose.
It will be difficult to find one like myself. I'm a great barber.
Yes, that is definitely not up for debate. My wounds have nearly fully healed, as you can see with your own eye. Well, perhaps in this dim luminescence, you can not see there so well, but I assure you there is but strain and bruise where there was once catastrophe up under the flesh. Your ointments are astounding.
Yes, your skill upon working upon those of us whose bodies are so different from yours is astounding. Truly,
Indeed.
if there was an injured orc, you must be doubly as skilled upon working upon him or her, you know.
For
Oh, yes.
197 cycles, I've known this.
Ah.
And like Arkova's eyes go wide at the sheer number of that. Ooh, such a long time. And he looks towards you. You work as well with the body as I do with the string of the mandolin. You know its every rhythm and rhyme, my friend.
Ah, yes, but Arkova, you are not piecing together shattered and broken mandolins at all times. I believe this is what Aptax is forced to do with us brave souls, us adventurous souls, ones getting knives and boot heels upon our bodies. We do not deserve such. We are selfless.
You are well more than double my age, Apatax. Well more than. A quick question. How long have I been in Flame Dance?
Cycle?
Okay.
A little over cycle. No, not even. But as you're moving, you can actually feel like that coldness moving up as you hold the knife, and then you hear something. I smell them. There's something like sweet Apitax.
Seeming like when I grabbed that dagger from the sneeze, we're talking, we're moving, I kind of like put that dagger away. I had to like look down at it, like I'm sort of marveling the silver blade a bit. I just put it.
It is quite. So it's quite beautiful, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Masterful handwork, but you can hear the orcs stirring.
I assume that was Anthrax. I heard that.
Oh, that was Anthrax. So yeah.
Are we approaching the camp of the Ugin? Eros.
How far do I think we are from it at this point?
Yeah, you walked for several hours. You're quite tired. I would say that you will be in there in like maybe like an hour or so. And you are really pushing it because you have been walking since yesterday, basically.
We shall be there soon. Perhaps we will take our respite upon our arrival if they are as welcoming as the other humans who adored me were.
And of course, it's daytime as on the 11th day of the cycle. And as you move, you see things are getting less and less. Well, the canopy is opening up a little bit as you're moving closer to that. Those lakes, as you can see them through, like the small fog banks opening up from, you can see the light following the trail. And yeah, and as you can go if you want to.
Oh, I was just saying, I go over to the lakes to get some water.
The lakes were the. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess you could take a cup and drink of them.
Yeah,
Scooping down in this non-neotonic fluid, and when you get it up, it's water. And when you're moving too close to your face, you can just. It smells. Well, it's a bit stagnant water, but it's water.
I'll shake it up, and I'll try just a little bit of it. Just shake it. Try it.
It's okay, but it's just like not like swamp water. That's not like it's not like it's not rotten or filled with sand or it's just like it's not good.
I come from a
Yeah.
desert. This seems fucking fine to me, I think.
Yeah. It would be like desert water, I guess, like stagnant and I guess that would be fine with you.
Yeah, I'm really not quite that picky, so I'm trying to put over. Alright, so I do that, and then I'll continue on.
And and you move for a while till you get to another. Yeah, looking for that spot on the map. As I will remove this player mark again. Not there. Let's move it further. Back. As you see the same like hot contraption with these there reveal areas. Oh. As you can see, like these this contraption of leather hides around trees are there, but besides that, close to the water of this lake, you can see like a very, very small tree who's like, it's different from other trees. There's like these vines crawling up on it, as if there was like every vine had a life of its own, reaching towards the sky by strangling the tree. And you can see like light coming from inside the tree, but this is of course small, and perhaps the door is no more than a foot tall as you look, but you can see the height of this hut. But now you can see it from the outside. You can see that it's painted in these beautiful paintings of leaves with flowers upon them, perhaps not matching the flowers, which are surely there, as you can see. Surely there in this area, there have white flowers painted upon these leather hides, and you can see people and ostriches moving about. And you can see these small, beautiful plants who seems to be, they're like moving as if they're breathing, and they're like making these small movements as if it was like lungs filling with air. And from some of them there's like this amber fluid who is like dripping, something sweet smelling. And you can just see like a human boy like pointing, Arakavara! And of course, look, the flame dancer! And he like runs towards the group, towards you, Eros. He's like about 9, and he
I put my arm up like that. Yes. Greetings, it is I, Eros Adonis, your beloved flame dancer and defender of your beautiful community.
He's like smiling. He can't understand. You're like looking up at you, like smiling and like having his arms up and like looking towards the other. The other's like looking up, and you can see one of them like moving towards you. Greetings. And he's like speaking in Sindarian to you, looking at you.
Greetings to you.
You are from the Forest Watch?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
I am the flame dancer, Eros Adonis. I am accompanied by my man Quiro and the minstrel Arkova and the doctor of ointment and leeches, Apotex, the half-plant.
And he looks at you as if you said like the worst insult. Like looking at you like he has like a smile on his face. When you say like half-plant, like looking at you like, dude, like looking at you like that's not okay. With like a furrowed brow, like you are the Apotex, the one of the
I look at
coven,
him
and he like
like it's okay. Look like I.
He's like looking at you like, you are of the coven. Of
I just
you
look at him. Just,
like looking at you. You are uh,
the Ugin.
Oracle.
Well, I just interrupt him. The Ugin with the crown had shown us here. Were you the Ugin's son?
He nods. Yes.
We have been traveling from their camp to here. We are tired. Will you show us hospitality and allow us to stay in your camp?
Yes. Yes. Of course.
I thank you.
And he follows you in. You can see he follows you inside the bedroll, and there's like one in there, like an old man by the fire, and no one else there. Like you can sleep. You look weird, and he like looks at Eros still, perhaps a little voice.
Will you be moving from this camp?
We have not checked the whole area. My brothers have been sent out. There's perhaps like 10. There was 10 outside.
You bring your younglings to this hunt. It is most unwise.
They have to learn. How would others become men?
Yes, I agree. Very well done. We must toughen them up from an early age.
He nods.
I know it is how it happened with me.
I just look at the two of them. I don't say anything. And I'd shuffle off a bit to where he gestured for us to find rest, and I situate myself.
You can speak to my brother. He will give you water and food.
Thank you.
He lets go of the leather and moves. You can hear his footsteps moving, and you can see the old man like looking up at you. It's like missing like a teeth in his smile as he look up at you, and then he keeps like.
I look down at him, and I give him like this weird clinical look. No real compassion, but I just sort of nod at him. Just acknowledging his existence kind of thing.
Arkova makes friendly nods towards those that meet his gaze, but feeling a little bit fatigued, he's gonna settle down around where Apatax is at and sort of doze off into slumber. Though he'll keep his mandolin in front of him and kind of just keep his back braced up against like some structure or a tree, or rather, and just kind of slumber off from there.
Yeah. And I guess you all sleep, and you can all give me conditioning rolls as you sleep the rest of the day and into the night. Or, well, some take your walk into the dreamlands.
But it's safe to assume that you have to wake me up. Because I like to sleep. I'm perhaps more tired than I was leading on. But, Arkova, you gotta shake me up.
I suppose I'm one of the first up, not requiring that much rest, and I'll just try to speak with some of the humans if there's any there at the time if they're not out hunting. I'm trying to figure out why they don't have any females here.
The old man's still in there.
I'll go up to him. Why is it only males at each of your camps?
What do you mean?
There are only men.
Yeah.
Manly men.
He nods like, yeah.
Yes. Why? Where are your women?
At home.
Why?
They have to take care of the smaller children and the farms.
Don't they hunt?
No.
Why?
Like he doesn't understand the question. Like they
So I return his gaze like this is very odd to me. Why? Why
They
do they
are-
not hunt?
they like look at you like all confused. They don't hunt. That's you see we have farms and houses. It's like looking at you. You are nymph.
Sure, why not? I hesitated and I go, sure, why not?
And the children they have their mother take care of them. Like looking at you like why risk them? They will be hurt out here, and then they cannot take care of their children.
Well, if you say so. I'd always heard that, well, there were many fine female huntresses, but I do not know much of human. Human, I said that right, yes?
He nods.
I do not know much of your kind. Your language sounds very strange to me.
It is new. Yeah, new.
So I've heard that, yes.
He says, but are you nymph? Like looking at you.
Sure,
You're-
sure, why not?
I do not know of your people. I know this is your tongue.
Yes. Yes, this is a tongue of nymphs, Sindarian. I am from a line of fire.
He looks at you like that like he's like looking at you like
I'm from
that's
far
a bit
away.
over. What?
I am from far away,
Mm.
seemingly another world from where you come. And I have been called here by the fated tapestry of destiny, pulling strings when I come from so far away.
Where? Where's far away?
The
I
great...
come from
Hmm?
I come from far away, north.
Far to the north. Oh. I come from far to the south
Mm.
and to the east, to the west, from here, southwest of here. From a great desert that goes on for seemingly eternity.
No, that's north.
No. No. The desert of ash is very, very far from here.
I have not heard of such a place.
I have heard there is another desert to the north, but I have never been there nor seen it. But that is a different one. Past the land, it is very, very cold. Past the huge river, it is there, burning chalk, old grey sand, with cactus and lizard and snake and scorpion and birds of fire. That's where I'm from.
He looks mildly confused. Well, that's good. You said birds of fire.
Yes.
Like cloudbirds.
I get like a look of distaste on my face. No, not like cloudbirds. They're nothing like gentle swans or thunderbirds. Those old crows are something else entirely. I do seem just a bit offended.
He looks at you like. She's like, I am. Well, why do you have one of those with you? And he points over to Akrova. Where I come from, they are savage and wild.
Yes, he very much is.
Oh. Why do you then keep him?
He is very strong.
Yes,
Yes.
he will eat you.
I just opened my mouth, showing rows of fangs.
And falls on his spot like, what? He was
No,
like,
but he might eat you.
As the commotion like happens from the distance, like Arkova kind of hears it, and he begins to like, it kind of just stirs a little bit. I mean, the twigs kind of break, and it kind of goes back to just.
And remember, Mihai, I mean, they open their mouths way larger than a human being can. It's just a sight of horror.
You definitely smell he's just still sitting on the spot, like, looking at you. And then looking at the monster stirring close to him, and he's like, oh.
I put my hand up. Oh, I'm not going to eat you. I don't like the way humans taste.
Oh. You ate a human?
I never said that. I have a very strong sense of smell. I'm hunting. I'm hunting for rabbit.
Just sits up a bit, like.
Besides,
you can still feel that just this nervous from him, and he like,
oh yeah,
as he
I love
up,
it.
he like, moves on the other side of, and he's like moving on the other side, so he's like has the fire between you and him. Yeah. Well, you. Valuables. Like,
Yeah, so as the humans are admiring the dangerous teeth and the enormous ogre, the third dark fae, I'm in the back just sort of rifling through their possessions, knowing the old adage of you need to rob a human before they rob you. So that's what I'm doing while they're distracted.
Yeah. In there you would find like several skins, like very, very nice, smaller skins.
Yeah, I figured like a pelt or two, maybe a
And some you have some very like finely carved jewelry of wood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very skillfully made, and you can see like small as you're like in the dim light, you can see like small like incavations of leaves and rams on it. Perhaps a bit offensive.
So certain things just begin to disappear into my robe as I listen to the conversation. I can't understand Pelganese, but when it's Sindarian, I can. Anthraxan.
Yeah, he just after you clearly threatened him, he's like quiet, just looking at you, just waiting for you. Looking at Eros, you can see his knuckles are white on his spoon.
I just look back at him and smile.
You can see another man coming in. Oh, in fact, looking at the one, all of you, and he begins speaking in Pelganese. Who are these people? They said that they were going to help with the hunt. And the other one nods, and then he like moves to a bedroll and lays down. Looking at you, Eros, just casting little glances.
This is not the old man I scared. This is a different one.
Yeah, this is a different one who got in. Like, who are these guys? And then
I am Eros Adonis, the Flame Dancer. Do you not know who I am? He seemed very offended.
He was asking the other one in Pelganese, but.
Oh, that was Pelganese. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But
I don't speak that.
you are handed like bowls of soup if you are like, and then you are like, except for the like sleeping orc, you can see that the tent is filling up. But then you can see, yeah, some
I
of them
smell-
seem to be. You can smell a little bit of blood on them. Perhaps from some animal, and perhaps some of them from themselves. As you can see them come in like a bit tired.
Did you encounter some sort of wild beast? It seems as if you've been cut a little.
Mm.
My stomach growls.
Wolves, just wolves. Like moving at you, like move.
Wolves. Oh, that's. How large were they? Were they very large?
He shakes his head.
I've always wanted. I've heard of wolves that are so large that you could get on their backs. I always wanted to see one.
Look at you with like this little bit.
Mm.
Wait. Oh well. Yeah. And he moves away from you, like, well, I would not see that one. That would not be anything but death.
For you, perhaps.
And as you're moving out, you're just seeing the twilight hanging in the sky. You can see ostriches standing bound to trees, looking little confused face.
Just lick my lips looking at them. I want to eat them quite badly.
Yeah, but it's just as you look at them, you see one of them like looking at you, and then it tries to move away from there, like around the tree, but just getting itself up. And yeah.
Now, these are riding ostriches, so these are very large.
No, they're not large enough for the human to ride.
Oh,
You can
okay.
see like a cart
Okay.
with so they could perhaps be ridden by like the smaller, perhaps
Oh, it's just the
Like
size
the-
of like a normal ostrich.
yeah, a little bit larger, but yeah.
Okay.
They have this black fur redneck.
Mm. What is this stew have meat in it? Because I don't have any interest in eating things that aren't meat. I'm not as picky as a typical Mihungi about food, but
The stew?
you said someone handed me a bowl of stew.
Yeah. There's meat in it.
All right, so I'll sort of drink it and I'll eat the meat and perhaps leave.
It's not quality meat. You can definitely taste that it's like predator meat, so it's not as succulent, but it's okay. But it's like
So I'm really starting to think about eating one of these people or one of their ostriches. This is a very serious thought in my head. Not in, I don't know if I should do it or not. As in, I wonder when no one will be looking, then I will eat someone. More along those lines.
yeah.
But not the ones that seem to particularly like me. They will be spared.
Yeah.
So we
Sure.
rest during the day, but
Yeah, it's
I
nighttime now. So
yeah, okay.
did you do what?
I had a good rest. I believe we should find our way back into the wood.
Yes, we'll find the ducats. I would also like to mention that since we're near a lake, I'm going to have cleaned myself off well. I do obviously roll with soap and such things, so I smell fucking luxurious right now of soap and such things.
I have to ask you, you're not touching the water with your hands, right? It's still this non-Newtonic who can be like in a cup. I mean, I have to describe you like touching it.
Yeah, the whole water makes it very odd, but yeah, I mean, I suppose I will, yeah.
Do it with a cup or touch it?
Yeah. We'll use a cup.
Okay. Good. It looks like eager.
No. I can try to wash my skin off. But it can't be that bad for my skin. I've already drank some of it.
Yeah. It seems fine, just stagnant, and you wouldn't mind.
Oh,
You can
Grover,
see.
did you sleep well? Where is Kuro?
Kuro. Maybe he puts his hand over his brow. Oh, I'm not sure where Kuro is.
Have you seen Kuro?
I
Kuro.
just sort of appear
Oh,
as I'm wont. Is this my
There
wont
he
and
is.
custom?
There he is.
Ah, yes.
you have rested then, Kuro. You prepared?
Yes, quite prepared. I had received the least of the brunt of damage in a brawl the night before. I had been poked and scraped slightly with a pitchfork, but I'm doing rather well right now. I'm able to use my eyes and ears and suss out our enemy. Yes, they will not be escaping this hunt. Not at all.
Ugin, I thank you for your allowance of keeping us here. But now we must leave. Will you be here for days to come? I just say that older, Ugin.
You can see him like the one you recognize. He's like cleaning out a fur of a pelt of a wolf.
Mhm.
And we will be here, or she will. And
Alright, so
once
I start actually now I see somebody cleaning out a wolf carcass like that. That doesn't sit well with me. So, oh boy. So I kind of walk over there, and
he's like looking up at you, like nodding and like scraping the fat
What-
from the.
where did you get this? What did? All of a sudden, my eyes get really wide. What was in that stew?
I do not know. Not this. This is new. Maybe another one. Why?
Where did you get this? And I'm pointing at the wolf.
They just came with it. The men who went into the tilt to sleep. He's like cleaning
So
up.
my face becomes quite hard, and I'm gonna storm over to the one that gave me the stew.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
in the stew?
What?
What was in your stew?
Bear?
Alec, relax. And I take up my arm around him, and I pat him. I thought you gave me a wolf. Wolf meat.
Oh, that's not.
I was about to rip your throat out. I'm glad I asked you first. It was just bear. I say to like everyone like this right now.
You
Yes,
see the
I
other
pat
ones
him on
like
the back.
looking. They're like looking at you for their bedrolls. Like there's more like conversation, so they're looking up at you like.
No, it's fine. Everyone resume your otherwise activities. And I just go by and I snatch the wolf skin out of the guy's hand. And if I see any of you killing wolves, well, some wolves have voices. And then that's when I like the flaming wings leap from my back, and I'm really like trying to intimidate him, like you ain't gonna fucking murder Mike, you know. And I grab a hold of the pelt.
So the camera
We shall
pans
not
over
kill
to.
wolves. Not in these wood, not anywhere. And if I see you doing it again, I will burn you
If they
alive.
attack us, we will attack
will
them.
Burn you alive. Take your choice.
Like, looking at you like not comprehending this, just looking at you, just there's still like there's still fear, but there's still just like a set of why, just looking at you like all, but oh yeah, but you are Krover.
So we like zoom over into like the distant part of the camp, where we hear like the word bear kind of lightly being said from the distance, and all of a sudden Arkova kind of, you see this head pop up. Bear. Kuro, you hear that? Someone say something about bear?
Yes, these humans here appear to be a violent sort. They're striking down innocent forest predators. They killing wolves. They kill a bear. I'm sure they'll stomp a fox even if it just crosses their path. They're foul people.
Who killed the bear?
Yes. I'm sure one of these humans over here with their gibbering talk when they ain't speaking a proper language like Sindarian or Thraxan. You know, I'm sure they have no idea about the mountain speak, the bear speak. They'll just kill a bear without even trying to converse with it first. I would like to see one of these humans converse with a bear. You tell them that's what they need to do next time they see a bear.
Hearing Arkova's booming voice with my very sensitive ears, I look over towards where you are, like well away from it. I point to, it was him. It probably had nothing to do with it. It was him. He killed the bear. I pointed to the guy who gave me this tip.
You see this guy like, no, no, and he like slightly moves inside the
Arkova begins stomping right on over.
No.
The mandolin's kind of clinging on his back. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Who's killing bears around here?
And then the other son's like standing up. We are killing bears when they attack our camps and when we're out on patrols. We kill wolves when they do the same.
You will not kill wolves. When I hold up the pelt, I look very upset. I am Mihan Gi. You are to slay them is to affront my kind and my presence and my person. And I have flown above the city and I have battled Troll itself. If you think you are strong enough, continue. You have been warned.
And like Arkova's kind of next to him, kind of just nodding in return. He's just kind of cracks his knuckles right behind him.
He has his. He's like looking at the two of you with his knife in his hand, like. But you are here to help us. They attack us. They're beasts.
Well, it appears you are incorrect as to whom we wish to help.
Bears are not, they're not enemies. They're simply out doing what they do.
Yeah,
Wolves are the most beautiful of creatures.
Flesh.
Do you not hear their howls in the night? The sweet symphony of music that they conduct. Surely Arkova could understand that. Why can you not, human, understand they are beautiful?
The howls in the night.
They are beautiful. They are majestic, but they are enemy. They will eat us. That's why we kill them.
You have worse to worry about if you kill bear. That upsets Moore. I know this. I was told very much so. My parents told me, and their parents' parents told them. You kill a bear, you face the wrath of Moore. Now you're going to need to make sacrifice. You have virgins? You best be killing them now, because things will get dark for you.
I start nodding vigorously. Yes, make your sacrifices.
I will not sacrifice upon it.
All these things are for us Fae. These killings offense our delicate sensibilities, and all this that has been said by my enormous companions, it goes doubly for foxes. I don't want to see any of you out there stomping on a fox and wearing its pelt or its tail. Now a fox has never attacked you. I mean, yes, during the night maybe a fox will come up and eat one of your children's, but they'll never eat a grown-ass man. And I do not wish to see any violence displayed amongst the foxes. They are clever creatures of fiery orange beauty, or white as the driven snow, and they should not be offended and desecrated by your piggish human hands. These are simple things you need to do to enlist our aid. It is very simple. Simply do not kill the creatures that are related to us, the Fae. You do not see us going out there and stomping on the swine in the town and just devouring them. You see, we are all diplomatic here,
Fuck.
paying care to others' relations.
You call me a swine? He's like looking at you. No,
yes, the creatures
I'm not related to some beast like the rest of you. I'm not that.
You were made
human.
by Azi de Aka?
No, I'm made by Pelkan. by the clay of the Red River.
I look like I don't know, Pelgan. I'm like,
He doesn't actually seem to care much for this, like.
yeah.
Now
Do
you
you
listen
understand
here.
what we are telling you? You will not kill these things anymore, ever, under any
Unless they attack us.
under any
Do
circumstance.
Brothers will be killed. We cannot
Yes.
run like the wolf, but we can kill them
Uh,
if they attack us.
we're going to.
We are not
have some
here to
problems
hunt
here.
them. We are here to hunt rabbit like you.
Well, I suppose we're going to have to do this a different way then. I had hoped that you would simply listen to words from the
We can't-
Flaming One. But you wish to kill my cousins. You do this, and I hold it up, and then I kind of wince at my own voice. I do not approve of this. They do not approve of what you have done, of feasting on bear and such.
Mm-hmm.
You are, as you said, new, and there are old ways in this old world, and you will learn them well. But you will find the forest has ways of making its own corrections. I do have intimidate.
Yeah, I know. He's just standing there like. But also then you can just see that there's just bafflement in his eyes. He just like he can't really understand the kinship. Like, but they
These
were
would-
attacking us.
These
How
woods
can
are-
I not kill them?
Yes, you keep saying this.
These woods are dangerous. Ugin, if you are assailed by these forest creatures, use sound, fire, scare them off.
Or
Do not
simply,
need to harm each other.
yes, or simply when a wolf or bear is chasing you, simply outrun the slowest and fattest human, and you will not have to fight the wolf or the bear. And I cast my gaze towards a particularly like fat human.
Yes.
It's like the old man who just was like shaken up by arrows. He's like looking at you with like just big eyes, like oh.
Sacrifice your weak unto the wolves, and their fangs will delight in the red nectar they sample. Now, I don't think your flesh is any good, but perhaps the wolves do. And it will give you something.
Okova holds his hands up and goes, "If a bear come upon you, you must pretend as if you have been slain by bear, and this will appease the bear, and Moo will be happy, and it will move on."
Give of yourself to the bear.
These are the old ways.
Now you know, Ugin, but we must leave your camp. Our hunt begins where yours ends.
Don't let me find any wolf skins on you. If you have pelts, burn them in sacred fashion. This is not acceptable. I'm going to turn and sort of walk out of their camp area. Come over to a bit of a clearing, clear off some debris, just get it nice down to it's just dirt, and I will begin to emoliate slowly the wolf fur.
He
Unto myself I make this offering.
you can actually see that he brings you like another pills, like a bit like apologetically and like a bit scared, and like brings it to you here.
You are starting to learn, human. You are starting to learn. Perhaps there's help for you yet.
Can you whisper to them so they will not attack me and my brothers?
I just smile at him. Of course, the answer to that will be no, but I just smile at him and go back to my what looks like some great fucking ritual to somebody, but it isn't.
So Arkova is standing next to Kiro. He's just got his arms folded, just shaking his head. These Claymen never seem to cease to amaze me with their incredible prejudices.
Yes, terribly filled with species hatred, but I suppose they cannot help it. They are humans.
This is true.
I follow the others as we leave camp. I sort of linger on the humans a bit. I just look at them, and it's no like like, well, shame on you, or like a compassionate sort of look. It's just like I'm looking at them, and then I turn. Bit of interest on my expression as but I follow the others as after the sacrificial burning is complete. I try to
City.
find their tracks.
Yeah. So I guess that would be outdoorsman hunter. As you're trying to hunt rabbits, you get a vague direction of where they found tracks of them. But, yeah.
Or hunting like people, not animals, but like because we're looking for actual people.
Mm. I don't know. I think there will be the same forte.
Yeah.
Yes, Miyangi's forte is that, so I guess that will be the same.
As we leave the camp one now, we're a bit far away. As we're the others are finding tracks. I look at these Fae, kind of interested how they would their connection with these other things. And I look down, and I look at like a flower or something. I look down at it. I just sort of
To see
brush
this
my hand against
fluid.
it.
There's fluid that goes on your hand. Is like sticky.
I just look at that.
And the others can smell this like sweet scent coming off of it, like strawberries. But yeah.
Are you able to find the tracks of these people?
I guess nobody's rolling, so I guess you're not. But you do find you arrows can definitely smell like the track. Yeah, the track back because of the blood of the wolf and the human who are on various like low hanging branches of this like sweet smelling flower.
What is it they're trying to get me to find?
The
I'm gonna pick some of those flowers, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Find
It's like syrup. You would know what
Okay.
that was.
What are they trying to get me to find? I had to run the bathroom real quick, so.
Oh, the Duxit people.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the wolf tracks or something.
No.
Yeah.
You can follow.
Let me make a roll for you.
Yeah.
22.
Okay. You do not find tracks, but you do find like a smell of ammonia. It's quite pungent in this area. It's definitely like picking up also on you, Kuro's fine palates of the Fae, and well, yeah, that is a smell that is a bit on Dugatsit.
So it smells like they've been pissing around here.
Yep.
Look at it. They've been in this area, that is for sure. So where are they? I don't know.
We are close.
Yes.
Perhaps. They are, in themselves, tricksters. More like Kitsune than perhaps many others. We must be careful. They are wily.
Do you think they to make what is it? Traps like the human and satyr for the animal?
I would not put it past them.
Perhaps.
Well, if they are making traps, it's gonna be for us, not for animals. They only eat the plants and the twigs.
I see.
At least they don't eat wolves. Perhaps we are trying to catch the wrong creatures. Look back towards where the humans were.
I seen it had upset you three quite clearly.
Yes, more and more I'm disappointed in the humans. I suppose they are a young species, like a rambunctious young child, and they need to be swatted upon the bottom. And I believe that the world itself will be doing some of that for the humans. This upstart species, ones who began with nothing and climbing and scrambling for everything. Hey, something I can respect, but they're going about it in the wrong way. They're grasping too much and too far, and their hands will no doubt be sliced off at the wrist by Kavega Thale itself. Yes.
No, I take great umbrage towards those who exist so poorly in concord with nature. They are, it seems, crude and barbaric, like the Vaigish, those sickening, hateful slavers. They run against the natural order of things. It would not surprise me that humans are the same. I'm developing quite a distaste for them.
Arkova begins to rub the back of his head and looks towards you, Epitax. I I have never been always, and he looks up to the sky, that night sky above. I've never been one to pray all the time. I've always felt out of touch, one might say. But I listen to the stories of my elders, and they tell me much of Mool and the bear. I know to respect them, but that is a part of me. Whether I like it or not, it is there, and I admire the spirit of that bear. They always compare us to beasts, yet it is the bear that will eat fruit and berries more often than meat. The bear is cunning and wise. The bear is strong. The bear is misunderstood. He just kind of just stares down as he walks.
This is good that you three indulge in your people's histories. History is that of the orc people as well. It alarms me, to be quite frank, that the Vaigish human comparison, to think that this land is said to be led by a human king, unsettling. Well, this is what you all have to wait for upon our return in Flame Dance. The orcs will know of your deed. We will look after you. But there are many others there, as you all know. Many others there that call themselves king, a lord.
Arkova will spin around his mandolin and begin playing a light tune, plucking it. As he does, he looks over towards the rest of you. That is true. There are many there who are going to call themselves lord and such. But I care for the common man and my friends and those who would lend a helping hand to me. I lend a helping hand to them. For don't we all have a dream to someday be wallowing in riches, to live a life, peace and carefree?
Now, let me say this. We are from Flame Dance all, either for many cycles or for just one, and I pointed myself. We live there. We are not human. We do not like human. We do not respect human. I can barely stand to hear the screeching of their despicable language of what is his name? Gelding, this god they worship. I have no
Geldman.
cons-
Nod. Like as if to
Geldman.
correct me, just nod. Just
Geldman. Well, he sickens me. Their women are so weak they cannot even hunt, and their children are stupid and grow slow. I respect nothing about them. They do not understand the place of the world, nor their place in it, nor its rich history, as Zepatex has pointed out. I wonder, perhaps, if these riches themselves, and look at you, Quero, should be liberated in a very public display. Perhaps it is time that Flame Dance roasts some human flesh.
Well, to have open rebellion against the humans may be costly on both sides, but I do feel that Flame Dance is a place for... It is a special place, and it is for the Fae or the ancient peoples like the Orcs. These new ones, these humans, and if the rumors are true, then the Vai-Gish, who have so cruelly put irons on the both of you, they are also a new peoples out there, looking for conquest and plunder, slaves. This all sounds like the workings of the humans, and eventually Flame Dance is for the Fae, and eventually the humans, I believe, should be encouraged to leave, peaceable-like. And if they refuse, well, they've brought it upon themselves, now haven't they?
It occurs to me, Quero, and the rest of you, that the humans were the targets of the tickets. Perhaps they can be... Perhaps they're not the ones we should be hunting, but perhaps commonality and unity can be achieved with them. Perhaps we're on the wrong side of this.
Well, these Duxit, they while they did target the human, it was a human magi. I believe that was the core of their attack. So many knives cruelly dove deep within the orcish flesh, within the flesh of that human oracle, a compatriot of mine. I'm sure that if the sprites did not have the sense of mind to flutter out of that place or dive beneath the stalls and the homes, they would have plucked sprites from the ground and crushed them in their hands, for sprites are often know the will of magic or the mysticism of the dream world. Yes, I believe the core of this attack was against those of the magical nature.
Well, that itself could perhaps be fine, but we must define
I find it
allies.
offensive.
Well, it is noted. But I find it that we must find allies where we can, and to do the humans' bidding and dirty work against the Fae is detrimental. I see Flame Dance as a place with no humans, with no Vai-Gish, a place where there can be Orc and Ogre and Kitsune and Mihongi, and perhaps even those monsters. What were they called? The monsters that wander around. No, not those abominations. They have to go as well. Definitely. They are just as... They're worse than humans. The makers of iron? I think not. The monsters that you let roam around.
You said monsters and natural, I assume the film. The other monsters, of course, being the Satyr.
No, not the Satyr. They're not Fae. They're monsters. They're big monsters with very long teeth.
Eros, he's standing right there, and the orcs have a long tradition of living in
Not
flame
him!
dance.
The monsters that move around. They're big and furry. They got the tail.
Oh, yes, the Cheyenne peoples.
No.
Yes,
They had
one of them was a magi, and he was murdered under the cover of darkness.
I could just absolutely care less when you're saying that. Is that what they are? They had a different name, though. I think that you told me. I don't think you think you're talking about something else. They were monsters.
Some of them call themselves the Nergali, which is a clan.
That is the word you said.
Yes, of Cheyenne. In the same way that the humans have their clans of Ugan and Pelgman and others.
Clayman.
Yes.
Clayman,
I
yes,
believe
I've heard.
there's 3 of them.
I think
Three
some of them have that name, Clayman, yes. They see very poorly at night. Perhaps we should eat all of them when it turns dark.
I would
There's,
express my wisdom in Flame Dance is a place where many could come. The Orc have been there for long. The others come. The Satyr, the Cheyenne, the Sprite, the Farum, the Human. All of these people come to the Orc. This, it is a place of many. What you say is, I assume, your hatred for what had occurred earlier this night. But, like you said before, a human perhaps may learn your ways. They are new. They are like infants.
there are many of them.
That too. But
Yes,
I
but they
am-
have the power.
I've been to their cities, walked through, I have. There are many. And
what
less
is
ogres.
this?
Do you know they called you a monster, Arkova? They think you monstrous, and to be only a slave is the way they referred to you. To me, they said these things of you. They thought I was a nymph or some foolishness like that.
I get called a monster by many peoples, in many different faces and places I do. They not know me, they not give me the chance to know. I've dealt with it for so long, it is like old leather in a way. I've become used to it. It still stirs me deep within, though. Hard not to. And he like clenches his fist, and you hear like the bones sort of cracking, the knuckles popping. Hard not to resist the urge to smash them into the ground.
People
And
can say what they want about ogres. I have learned this of your people. You are honest. And that holds much sway in my mind. I like ogres. You have accorded well with me. These humans...
And I apologize for when I had first seen you, Okova. I fell into a preconceived notion, for the word ogre in my tongue means eaters of men. I see now there is more to you than your people.
I tell you, Apotex, I thank you for that. Not many would say that. Many would rather look at me and say, monster, and run. That's why I practice with this so much. He holds out his mandolin. This I create with this. I'm no monster. But I didn't want to be born with this rage either. Every night, I think about things that haven't happened. Those who have wronged me. And I feel that rage. Like a fire. Like one out in the forest, abandoned, and consumes all. Some days, I can keep it under control. Others, I just want to see someone hurt. Not of my own will. It just happens. I hate it. But it's also invigorating. That's what I must contend with. But as long as I play, I know I am much more. And I thank you for seeing that. I do. He puts a firm hand on your shoulder.
I look up at you, and there's no, like, really perceivable compassion, but I just look up at you and I nod. Very sort of cold look to my expression. I can never know what you experience.
This world is vast and cold. We only have each other to depend on at times. The shake of his head.
So, Apotax, you are fine with the humans ruling this land, doing what they want, and slaughtering even the sacred animals.
Myself? I do not know. Some learn, some understand, some, like you say, like we have met, do not learn. They are slow to understand. I hope the king of Deliria has learned and understood.
We will have to speak with him then. We will have to see if he is wise enough to put bans upon what need be banned. If not, I will speak with others.
But let us focus our mind on our collective task at hand.
Yes. Yes, there are those out there who have wronged us. He looks out into those woods, thinking of those filthy Duke set that have wronged him so in the past.
I feel highly ambivalent about, like, I'm just, my thoughts to the flame tender in the audience, highly ambivalent about dealing with the Ducat Sit. I feel very small investment, and I feel strong that I may be fighting on the wrong side.
You smell their presence, arrows. Do you see
Yes.
their tracks?
I believe that we should try to talk to them if possible.
I will leave
I don't
this
know.
to you.
I don't even know what that language is called, but I don't know how to talk it.
They are Fey. You are Fey. You will
Yes.
understand each other.
That's probably not true.
Hmm? I just look at you like, oh, they're like,
But you do search for hours. You're following the smell, but it's, yeah, it sits in it seems like the most of the area. This area is more a little bit more hilly than the rest of the forest, but it's not. It's just slight, just a few feet of elevation here and a few feet down elsewhere. And well, the dawn is not breaking, but you feel the exhaustion fill you as you, I presume, walk back, or not.
we are far in the wood.
Oh no, I don't try to go back to where the humans are. Them.
But I say, we are far in the wood. We should we not return back to the camp of Ugin?
No,
Rest.
of course not. They might set upon us all in our sleep and slumber, in our trance, and the time we are under, visited, plucked upon by opiate. They are low base things. I think them perhaps to be slavers. I have heard a few other things about them previous to seeing them in action. I do not trust them nor their kind. Do you share my opinion, Squirrel, Arkevo?
Yes, yes, now after seeing their true nature, I find returning there would be most foolish. We are good at the forest, and I look around. We should be able to make camp ourselves and find our quarry. Or perhaps some of them will find us, and under the twisting of strong ogre arms, perhaps they will lead us to the rest.
We are close to our quarry. And I don't feel to be agitated by the humans anymore. Don't worry, Apotax. You are safe with us.
I will do the best I can to assist you in making camp in this area if we are not returning to the Ugin camp. Okay.
And he just gives like a hard look out in that darkness,
I will
wondering where they might be.
I'll
I
agree
will
to that.
need a light of flame to assist.
I can provide that for you. What would you like in Sorceal, in the burning of Morgul?
A campfire for which we may center ourselves in.
Yes, well. Quiro, help me gather some sticks then.
I thank you.
And when you go to gather sticks and you like move the canopy away from the fallen leaves, you could see like you stop opium poppies laying just in the just between the leaves,
Yeah,
slightly hidden.
opium. Are they used or
Yeah, they are like used, like chewed upon by
Opium.
flat cheese, by flat teeth.
it's dukkha sit?
Oh my.
They love this stuff. They can't get enough. Which I clearly don't in any way know this.
Yes. Pick one up and hold it to Arkova, for I know that he is oft in the Palace of Contemplation.
Oh, when his mind is very narrow. He's like thinking about hurting these Dukeset, these bastards. But as Kiro holds up a whiff of that opium, when he looks over, his eyes brighten up. Oh, thank you, Kiro.
There isn't any left. It's been munched on by the flat-teethed ones.
Oh, he just tosses it off to the side.
Yes, but another sin they have committed against you.
No,
They'll
I'd have
pay
to say
for
that's
that,
stretching
too.
it a bit.
You
I gather sticks, and I don't know if Quirrell helps or not, but that's to be decided.
Arkova will gather sticks, and he'll also like grab logs and stuff and kind of drag it over for us to sit on.
A million uses for the strength of an Uhuga arm. Okay, well done.
He nods his head silently.
And then, as the sticks are emoliated, and it sort of illuminates the area, I kind of like show my eyes a bit from the light, and then I kind of adjust my sight a bit. I find a log and I sit down on it. I just I like this little pouch with me, I just start taking out things, preparing to something. But I take out small, strange-looking trinkets, really. But there are now and then little bits of like a shine of copper in there that are sort of have fastened on very precisely made tools. It looks like. See me like clean it, and as if I'm just sort of keeping myself busy. And also doing this to help with my nervous energy. I take out my sort of barber tools and whatnot. I make sure they're all like ordered on like a leather wrapping, and you see me just sort of clean them a bit as I sit at the campfire. And then like I get to the silver dagger which I placed there, and I sort of pick it up and I look at it. Just I turn to the other three, just see what they're doing, and then I sort of put it on my person, and I say, I must relieve myself. I will be back momentarily.
Arkova gives you a bit of a nod.
I look at Quero. See, he does. You said he didn't.
I have perhaps made a mistake from time to time, but only now and then.
And I go out to the edge of the light, but obviously I know that they could see in the dark, so I get behind a tree or something. In which case I get behind the tree and I go on my knees and I sort of sit on my knees a bit, and I take out that dagger and I put it on my lap and I plant my hands on my knees and the dagger's between my two hands, and I close my eyes, assuming sort of a meditative stance a bit. And then I slowly open them back, and there's that sheen, that silvery sheen, that glow, and this like dry ice begins to fall from my eyes. My prana begins to sort of become ignited momentarily before fading away, and it's sort of gone. And then I look down at the dagger. Then I whisper to it, "Who is there, hidden behind the silver veil? It is not you. It is another, the voice that calls my name. How do you know it?"
The thing that spoke to you were the other orcs. But you can see them like huddling about you. You can see their like smoke. We could smell them. I could smell them. I I smelled them. The 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 Duke could sit. They're here. And you look down to the blade, and you can see like a faint, like a reflection of something in there, like a gray, but it's all distorted and wrong, and you can see like small points of like fixed, like when you do a painting and you have only made like small pieces of the painting finished, and the rest is just the blur gray outlines of it, and you can see like edges of a horn, maybe you can see, but it's definitely not. It's as if it's not complete, as if something's missing.
I look down at that, and I look up at the specters that are sort of around me.
They are here. They're here. Close. They smell. And they look around.
I look at them and I just sort of nod.
They like to look behind you at the others. And they look back to you.
They are not yours. Do not linger upon their heat. You understand?
Yes.
You will all be avenged. Soon. Anticipation. You will have your vengeance. But do not put it upon these around the fire. Do not lust for their heat.
You can see them like looking again. Just like one of them, like you're so cold. I can feel them from here. You say there will soon be revenge. I will find rest. I will get home. Too far away. What if you do not do revenge? What if you fail? What of me? What of me then? And they like look again. One of them like two of them like looking.
You
What
see
of
me
us?
reach into my neck, under my vest, and I take out a long leather strap that's connected to a piece of obsidian, and I sort of like my necklace, and I sort of show it in my hand, and I show it to them. If we are to fail, they will find you. I will see to this.
And calm a bit, like looking at it, but you can feel like the dagger laying on your lap. It's stirring a bit.
And then I put it back. And I look back down at the blade. And I touch it and I pick it up. And I'm sort of like clinically looking at that image as if I'm trying to get a better look of it, like as if, turning the reflection a bit, looking at it. And then, I try to speak to it. In Thraxa, I try to speak to it languages that I know.
When you reach it to Julian, you can see like it stirs the image a bit, but it's not
I'm basically
getting
asking, who lies behind the veil? Who lies behind this reflection? I think it
There's
need to be something else.
like there's a few like it stirs and it's a bit heavier, but that's about it. It's the others are just looking at you.
When there's a reaction in Tehulian, I speak to it again in Tehulian. You hide behind the veil of silver. I peer past this veil and see you now, a shard, an echo of a memory long gone, or a memory still here, trapped willingly.
When you say that, it gets heavier, but just slightly, and then it goes to normal. And there's like if you could see like blood vessels inside this cloud, you can see that like pulls up as you look at it. But you can see that it's half a body that pulses up, half of a shadow of a body that pulses up.
Your life force is severed. You are not whole. You are safe. You are in the hands of one who is to guard you. As long as you do not haunt me, nor those in my proximity, I will not cast you out. I will keep you in your home, which you find comforting. If you are uncomfortable, speak my name, Apatax. And talk Shwata Vixpakeda, and I will release you. And then, I put the blade away and I look at these specters around me as
There's
if
only 3 of them left. The others have went back
okay.
to cradle the heat that slowly getting colder by the second as
I just gesture to them like as if I'm dismissing them. But as I gesture, like as if it was just like a normal gesture, like their forms actually kind of are pushed by that, and they're as if they're made of smoke, and they sort of move away a bit as I get up, and I do relieve myself. And then after that, I make my way around the tree and into the light, and shuffle on back to the camp. The following night, we will continue our search, or will it be the day? If we are to be here for a long time, so close to the Duxid, would we not come across them when it is light?
Yes, a night attack is more strategic, and yet if we simply wait out the day, that seems wasted to me. So I believe we should attempt one during the day, so that less and less time is going by. This excursion out into these woods is taking far longer than I had planned, and supplies may dwindle.
They are close. We are close. It will be easy to find. I believe Arkova and myself should stay hidden while the two of you look when it is day.
As you wish.
We would give your positions away too easily, I believe.
Arkova looks himself up and down and begrudgingly nods.
And we wait into the morning. There's a few visitations of you can see a bear is like close to your camp, but it's not moving in. But they're definitely like showing themselves that they are here, and
I take it to be some sort of sign.
but it's it doesn't attack. It just it stand there, and then when you look at it and recognize its presence, it moves away. Like,
Oh, do I ever see the bear?
you do not have the better night vision than Eros,
Oh, that's right, okay.
and you sleep, so you have even like lesser chance. But that's just small note. But this forest is again, it's very quiet. There's no bird calls, but there's still these like forearm length caterpillars moving, like looks like leaves, like tree trunks just moving about in the canopy, seeming to enjoy the light you are providing. But yeah, it's morning. The sun is up. Our master is smiling. Smells of this forest is filling most of your nostrils, and yeah.
Arkova and I will be here. While the two of you look out. If the two of you would bring back game for Arkova, I believe he will be thankful. I just look up at Arkova.
Arkova kind of he looks around at that comment. It would be appreciated, but I would rather pull my own weight. I do not feel well for others doing work for me.
If I find something, I will catch it. When Quero is finally awake, I look down at Quero. There. Let's go.
It should be easy to find something. Yes.
So I'll keep my eyes open, like for squirrels, for rabbits, anything like that. I might be able to catch deer.
Yeah, there's deer. I guess there would be rabbits, but they are, well, perhaps too quick. But they're definitely there. It's very but there's also a lot of caterpillars who are quite docile and like minding their own business, just hanging
That's
around.
for Quero to eat. I don't eat that.
No, but they're
Yeah, I turn
Quero
and
the
I'm
bug
actually
eater.
yeah. There's actually like one dangling. I was just like, So have you seen anything?
I'm seeing you eat a caterpillar. That's disgusting.
No, it's the easiest hunt that has ever been performed, and
Yes,
yeah,
I see.
quite juicy. It explodes in your mouth like the
Oh.
flame fruit. The flame fruit just ripe and juicy.
Fruit.
Though it doesn't have the some of the bitter seeds that the flame fruit will have. You gotta watch out for those. It'll upset your stomach.
You're just barely a predator, Quero. Just shake my head. It's disgusting.
No, I am able to eat anything that presents itself. In fact, that is the mark of a true hunter.
Oh, there's a beetle over there. Why don't you go hunt that?
Yes. I'll
Oh, God.
I
Ugh.
prove my
Almost
dominance
human.
over all living things.
Oof, I look sick.
Beast in this forest should quake in fear at my passing.
At least the very small ones.
The smallest one should quake most of all.
Yes,
If they would- if
yes,
they would
certainly. You're right
If
about
they
that.
would even hear my footfalls, but I am too silent for them.
Well, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna look for. I'm just gonna start chasing squirrels. I have very high speed. I'm just start chasing squirrels down, catching them, ragdolling them with my mouth, snapping their necks, catch. Whatever's around here.
Yeah.
I do have a forte in hunting.
Yeah, you are able to fill your stomach with even these like monkey cat mixtures with gecko feet crawling. And there's some of them too.
If they taste good, I'll eat them.
Oh, they taste very good. They have like a tiny, tangy, citrusy taste to their meat. And yeah.
I'll leave a small pile around Arkova's body when he wakes up.
He's collecting rocks. Well, but yeah, are you looking to dig a city? You could give me you can still give me roll for that as you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Is this outdoorsman or like perception?
I would say outdoorsman. It's still in this setting.
Is it hunting you want me to use for them?
Yep, hunting.
20.
18.
Yeah, okay. You are, well, every time you're getting that smell, it's you would say that's probably closer back to where the Ugans are, but yeah, you perhaps moved too far away.
Oh, I'll head back that way then.
And well, as you're moving that direction, you can see like there's like a small hills close to these little lakes. You can see that well, there's a lot of like rabbit holes. You can see a lot of white rabbits are looking at you and like scurrying away as soon as you get close.
You see the white rabbit, Quero. That's perhaps eyes and ears for them. Perhaps some sort of spies they communicate with for their hoppity minds.
Who knows what sort of witchcraft and lapinomancy they are able to perform over the animals here.
Yes.
And as we go back to the others, as you are chasing rabbits for food, The other two of you are standing there. No. Yeah.
Well, Kova, your people, they respect their history. Do you respect your elders? I know you speak of your elders.
While you ask this question, you notice that he's collected some palm-sized rocks, and he's kind of just taking another rock and kind of just smashing into it a little bit, chipping away. As he does so, he looks up at you. Yes. Back home, I listened to all of my elders, those who survived. They have much to tell. And he kind of leans back a bit. Some of my fondest memories were there in that cave near the fire with my siblings, my friends, my brothers and sisters. And we would listen to the stories told by our elders. Such grand tales they would tell, inspiring me to song and dance. It was beautiful.
I've seen it quite clear that you bring with you that instrument of yours. You are skilled in it. Is this what your elders have passed down to you?
My elders. It is what my father passed down to me. Though I will say that he twirls the mandolin around in his lap. This runs deep in my family. Not many know this, but during the time long, long past, when there were more ogres upon this world, to call out to the other clans, they would have mountain singers, and they would bellow down into the valleys where their voices would carry, and signal to the other clans of their coming and goings. My family kept that tradition alive for a long time, and extended to these beautiful instruments, these works of art. And I learned from my father how to pluck these strings and create beautiful sounds. And as he says this, he's kind of just staring at his mandolin with an hammer, holding it as if it were a baby. It is something very precious my father passed down to me, a gift that gives to others. They look upon me, they see fear upon their eyes, but when they hear me play, the fear is gone, and they can just see me, Arkova.
Your people have clans.
Oh,
I
they
did not
used
know
to.
this. What is your clan name?
Well, I say used to have clans. Those times have long been past. Many have lost their clan names. They've all been lost to time. During the days when they fought each other, after the great rupture, they were all divided and scattered. We of red skin, bound to the mountains, we wandered the land. And yet in every city you'll see one. We're not, how do you say? We're not like that of the Freyines or the humans. We don't cloister in large numbers. But we're there, in small pockets.
Your instrument, what is this name of it?
It is a mandolin, but I call it the Pebble Dancer.
Hmm. You hold it very close to you, like it was a part of your father? What of your mother and grandmother?
My grandmother, she is long since passed to the arms of Mool. But my mother, as far as I know, she still draws breath. She is still probably yelling at my brothers and sisters.
Hmm. The orcs have a holy day, and I hold up my hands. 55. This is the holy day. And we speak to those beyond. They are honored. They are Chepe. This is the name that they are called. We speak to them. We revere them. Great artists, philosophers.
Truly.
When this day comes back round, come to me.
Hmm.
I will see if a bit of your father is still with you.
His
For I
eyes
know
light.
surely he is.
His eyes light up intensely, and he straightens up. Oh, you can do this.
I cannot do this. But my people, only on this day, know how. This will bring you happiness. You honor your father.
As you say that, his face kind of turns into a slight grimace. I appreciate what you do. I truly do. But I could never truly be happy until those who have dealt death to him have death fell upon them. They took his life. For reasons I know not. I will find out. It is all past that now. All that matters is their blood to be felled upon the ground to satiate it, along with my rage. And finally I may rest. And maybe upon that day, I can hear my father's words and know I did well.
You will have your vengeance.
And you will have yours. Fate has apparently tied us all in this bloody world, in this task.
I just nod at you.
And we go back, but not to the others. We go way back to you, Kuro. You are running through the streets of a long forgotten place in a forgotten time. You can see the moons in the sky, and you are being chased by rabbit ears as you are going through the streets, and you're running and you're running and you're running, and then you look up by a just a strike of luck, and you see one of them laying there on the building of your people, the big eyes reflecting of the moons, and you can see it set out in a jump down towards you, copper knife in its hand, and now a bolus around your feet, and record back, and you look up and you see a lean figure lying there, black as night, clad in clothing, laying there on a branch, eyes following arrows as you are just beneath him. And I think you can see like he's like rubbing his head, and you can see like bunny ears fall over, and we go to soliloquies. As you, yeah, and you can start. I will do it because I made a list now. Made it easier on myself. Oh,
Hey, I got some new song for you. Here, hold on.
Then okay. Which theme song? New or old?
Yeah, that's new. Check it out.
Oh, yeah, I know, but this is for Trevor. I do this now.
Oh, the old one's good.
Good. Just so I know.
It doesn't seem to be working, but either way. So, we've been tramping around here in the forest after these ducks sit for so long. They've evaded us. Justice evades them. I do not like the idea of Flame Dance being put under the terror of anyone, be they the duck-sit, who normally are such pleasant little creatures. I remember gambling with them in the drinking halls before. They would sing songs and dance on their doped giant feet. They were entertaining and silly, and I enjoyed this. With these ones, someone has put incorrect thoughts into their heads. Someone has defiled them. And now, they seek copper daggers and blood instead of dice and sweet wine. No, these ones must be corrected, either in a permanent manner, or perhaps one that will not leave them broken and blooded at the feet of the darkest fae and the most powerful of necromancers. No. Their fate that these ducks have performed, they have brought it upon themselves. It is the same with the humans. Yes. To hear Eros speak of them as such, this invading force, this force that defiles the forest, more precious to Eros than I, but still, I live at the edge of the forest. I hear those sounds. I feel the serene wind rustling through them branches. I feel the crunch of the leaves under my feet, and I feel the connection to the land. I'm part of it. And yet to a human, it is a thing to possess. It is a piece of property, and they are incorrect. This forest, this land belongs to no one, and they will not take it. Flame Dance is not to be owned or possessed. Flame Dance shall be free, and all the peoples in it shall be as well. Those Vagish, they seek to enslave this land. These humans, they think they can rule it with their crowns and scepters and decrees of law. I'm sorry, humanity, but Flame Dance is older than humanity. It is older than law. It is older than the written word. It is a place where we feel the flame burning in our breast. We feel our heart thumping away, same as the drums that the orcs have played here since time immemorial. No, humans, Flame Dance is older than you, and Flame Dance will endure. it will harbor no offenses to it. Flame Dance is a place for Fae, is a place for the ancient peoples. It is older than all this. It is older than I, even. It will outlast even I. Yes, I will add to Flame Dance's legacy, and I will not see it burn. And to you. And I look up in the trees, that dark cloaked form, ears, in a headband, like it was some sort of samurai top knot sticking out of his head. You may have failed me once, but you will not fail me again. Do you think your goddess, half-sister to Thogkalix, do you think she can hear you here in this dark place? She cannot. Can you strike me down with a bolt from the sky with your pious prayers? No, you cannot. You're in a place of darkness. Now allow me to enlighten you, priest.
Stop playing. Unrolled. Oh, there we go. Nope, still nothing.
Burn.
It should be your Anders, but I can hear it. So
You're muted. You're muted.
muted!
I'm so very, very bored with all of this. I don't care about these ducats. I certainly don't care about humans being assassinated or murdered in the streets. I don't care about magi and witchermancers and all such sorts of foolishness. What I care about is that Ration in here in the forest. How can any others look upon the face and the features of Eros, Adonis, and bask in the beauty of my sublime form? How can they hear me? How can they come to call me their own legend? That is what I care about. Allowing them to touch the spectre of grace. And I am here with a bug-eating foxman, snapping up beetles and caterpillars. That is where fate has scried upon me for the moment. I must find loftier elevation for my feathery wings. And there must be a time of recompense for these humans who hunt and skin the wolf. For the wolf is but a four-legged version of me. It sends an illness through my soul to see the way they carve upon them and their pitiful excuses of themselves. I don't care about what happens to them. To cut down the noble beast in its prime for their own reasons. No, I cannot allow such to stand. I cannot abide such. In this world of flesh there is much abomination. But in this one place of truth, in these woods that whisper sweetly old songs laid down in bygone ages by nymphs, I will find a better thing. This shall be my place to launch. This king, perhaps his neck is too weak to hold a crown.
I can feel it, Father. Close in the air. I can even smell it and taste it. They are near. We grow closer to their trail. And just like in the tales of old, that trail is filled with blood. So many have gotten in our way. So many. They could have just walked away, but they had to stay and fight. For reasons of grandeur or their own foolish pride. They now lay strewn about dead, and me with more blood upon my hands. Well, so be it. World has never been kind to those of us ogres. We are labeled as monsters, beasts. It is only to the savages that they learn what the real beast is within, but we are noble beasts at heart. We are creatures of rage, and we fight with all of our heart and might. And I will find them. I can feel it in my bones. I draw near. The day of destiny is almost upon me, and their corpses will be strewn about, broken and battered, and they will soon taste the final flames of vengeance. And hopefully then, mayhaps only then, may I feel a sense of relief, and this rage may yet be put down once more into a smolder, and I can play with all my heart and see others dance in joyful jubilation at the art that I create. But until that day, and then the camera zooms out, Arkova stands up, feels the wind blowing across his face, stares off into the distance as if a wild hair, a feeling of tingling up his spine. He says in a muddled voice, "You feel that? A storm is coming." And the stones that he has in his hands, he grips them tightly. Beads of sweat and dust trickle into the grass below as the fire crackles behind them. And the camera zooms in on his eyes. Slow embers reflected into darkness as they zoom in. With only thoughts of Duke Set being murdered and beaten and battered and bruised, and Arkova standing over a mountain of corpses, yelling at the moons above.
Born of feather, flame, born of darkness, born of Phoenix, the 55th slayed god of the king. I too look out in this world, this forest, in these few short days I have seen my people. It has been made manifest to my eyes, their connection to these things, these trees and plants, grass, the soil. I am so far away from sun. I don't even know my connection to them anymore. Perhaps I have to find it again. In time I will. In time, before there was none of this soil, tree, bush, vine, all of this was not there. As many spheres, knowledge of thought made manifest before my eyes I did not comprehend. All I knew that it was truth. That I was there upon the rippling reflection. She stepped out and laid me down the songs that they sung. This world is alien. There is so much lying. The truth hides. It is not before you, simple and just. You have to divine it from the soil. My kin, they do this. Only now do I comprehend why. They search to understand what I have known when I was but a infant. I know the truth. I know why. This knowledge that even my kin seek, they do not. No, they are not prepared for it, I feel. They are not prepared to do what must be done to make sure these younger kin, these younger people understand that they will not know the truth guarded by the orc. They will know not truth made by the troll. Only until I say, only until I see. Yes. Yes.
And thank you all for watching. And yeah, thanks for the soliloquies. Buy Within Ring of Fire. It's awesome.
Woo!